Go ahead.
Okay. Where last we left off, you guys, after having gotten the bulk of your magic items identified by Tess in Skullport, returned to the third level of Undermountain using the skeletal chauffeur in the boat going up and down the Sargoth River. You sailed up and found some pirate treasure that was being guarded by two Barl Gurus. Upon exploring a little bit more of that level of Undermountain, you came across one of the arcane gates and figured out how to activate it. Though not without, when you pass through, Vigo unfortunately got a really, really nasty bane effect, which is still on him, I might add.
That's alright, I can take it.
You found yourself in the middle of some sort of tower shaped like a tree, and while exploring the tower, you found mostly motifs of what appeared to be elves exchanging gifts with dwarves, but within one of the rooms you found the wall plastered, floor to ceiling, with the skeletal remains of different humanoid creatures posed in different macabre stances as some sort of macabre art. Upon descending down the tower, you found the center of the tower itself had a second floor balcony overlooking a arboreal center on the first floor that had a somewhat large tree in the center that had several butterflies floating around it. Very fey sort of scene. In front of this tree was sat a crystal throne, and sitting upon this crystal throne was what appeared to be an archdruidess, an elven archdruidess. Next to her was a displacer beast pet, as well as a tree moving and animating all on its own. The tree, by the way, is carved. The bark of it is carved to look like Hallister Blackcloak himself. The tree's name, her butler, is Hallett's Tree. Upon failing a stealth check and being called out, you made your way down to meet with her directly. Upon briefly explaining who you were and what you were attempting to accomplish, she shared with you that she'd be willing to allow you to pass through the Willowwood and show you how to get deeper into Undermountain if you agreed to head to the southeast, where some old ruins lay. She shared with you that there was a colony of goblin werebats hiding in those ruins. If you were to go in there and slay every last one of them, she would show you the way on, sharing with you that the colony of goblin werebats had grown voracious and hungry and was consistently draining the blood of the animals that otherwise peacefully roamed throughout the Willowwood itself. She would have warned you, as you made your way into the Willowwood, of the following laws regarding: no logging, no fire starting, no slaying of any of the animals that call the Willowwood their home, or any other similar act of destruction. Harm not, lest ye be harmed. As you made your way through the Willowwood itself, what caught you off guard at first was not that you were in some sort of underground forest. In fact, walking out, looking up, you see the bright blue sky and the sun. You can even feel its warmth. Whether or not you're underground anymore, it remains to be questioned. As you are wandering through, a couple of things have caught you off guard about the Willowwood itself. The trees, on occasion moving about on their own, and the animals, they have left you alone. But in some alcoves nearby the tower, Singe, you saw several bleached bones haphazardly thrown towards the back of those alcoves. Littered along the forest floor, you come across on occasion a discarded piece of armor or a broken, shattered weapon. Every once in a while, on one of the trees, you saw a strange totem carved vaguely to resemble the image of some sort of humanoid individual. Upon passing by some crumbling walkways, you found what you assumed to be a continuation of the River Sargoth, though the flow here is less rapid. Near the river's banks, you saw a raised platform, setting upon which was a flat-roofed building, which seemed to give a commanding view of the forest and the river itself. Upon climbing up to this raised platform and opening the door into this flat-roofed building, Kay saw the brief promise of treasure inside. However, before you could get a better look at it, you were interrupted by above you, and you see 10 feet above you, sitting across this flat-roofed platform, peering its head over, looking at the lot of you, is a green dragon, a sword embedded into its skull, hilt deep. As it stares at you curiously, it says, "Pardon me, but can I help you?"
Couldn't help but admire all this treasure you have.
"You can admire it from afar, if you'd be so kind. This is my home, and those are my things."
Oh, I meant no disrespect. I didn't know this was your house.
Newcomers, always poking their nose. "So, why are you here?"
We are actually the newest contestants in Hollister Blackcoat's favorite game.
"I see. Well, have you had the opportunity to explore the Willowwood and meet Willow herself?"
We have actually. She's given us a task that if we will complete for her, she will show us the way to the next level.
"And what task would that be?"
To kill the werebats that are apparently to the southeast of here.
"Interesting. I guess she's finally had enough with them. It used to be the one. Oh
Oh,
well,"
do share.
he said. "There was a particularly voracious werebat by the name of Vul, who could not sate his bloodlust. She originally ordered him killed. I believe the colony had simply exiled or banished him. If you're lucky, or unlucky, you may yet see him flying about. As for the rest of the colony itself, they lie in that direction," and he points towards the southwest.
Well then, I appreciate your help, and we will leave you be.
Um, before we leave, I'd like to chime in real fast. Um, I, as far as the, I, hold on, trying to think of how I'm going to say this. Um, out of curiosity, what's your name?
"My name is Tirulai. And
Um,
you are?"
Tiralai, my name would be Singe.
"A
Um,
pleasure."
out of curiosity, whose side, um, of the basically dragon gods are you siding on?
"My side is my own."
So it would,
"Make an insight check."
yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on. Oh God, I didn't pull up anything yet.
Those of you who are around Julie can see he's getting visibly agitated at all the treasure. His hands keep opening and closing
Oh,
and twitching towards his handle of his greatsword.
Okay. You don't notice anything in particular with that crit fail, so keep going.
okay. Assuming I take you at your word, um, I earlier on as we traveled through this vast dungeon, um, I came across the bodies of many a metallic dragon that were slaughtered, and uh, you don't happen to know anything about that at all, do you? I mean, I assume you've been here a while.
Several hundred years. Ancient bones yet litter these ancient halls, and the former remains of shattered kingdoms lie beneath the mountain. As to these bones to which you reference, I'm afraid I don't know off the top of my head. In fact, I came here. Well, how did I come here?
Speaking off the top of your head, I can't help but notice that you have a rather large sword through your skull.
Yes, an injury caused by a former thief.
Um, I am not so foolish as to say I trust someone 100% given the animated nature between metallic and chromatic dragons, but I am a cleric of some skill. Would you like me to try to remove that?
No, I appreciate the offer, but I'm quite all right, thank you. And make another insight check as you ask that question.
We could help finish. I mean, we could help.
When he says that, there's a slight twinge in his eyes, like he's not entirely wanting to say that he's all right, but he does anyway.
Um, uh, Truly, that does look painful. And while I'm not a master of dragon anatomy, I do have some idea of how such a thing could be removed. I,
Again, I appreciate the offer, but I'm quite content. Don't worry, it does not injure.
Kill the things and take their stuff. Kill the things and take their stuff.
How all out are you in saying that, Julie?
Very, like, you only hear it if you're, like, standing next to him.
Okay, I just want to get that established.
Mumbling underneath his breath, like, "Come on, guys."
um,
Julie looks pleadingly at Vigo. Kill
Does
the
that
things
room
and
that the
take their
dragon in,
stuff.
does it have a roof or is it open to the sky?
It is a flat roofed building. Kay is kind of standing in the doorway there, Julie behind him. And the flat roof this dragon is peering down from you above is 10 feet above the rest of you.
He has height advantage. I'd say no.
So he's
Okay.
not in the room. He's on top of the.
He's on top of the flat roof building looking down at you. Inside the room is where all the treasure is.
um, per- hmm,
Treverin, have you
perhaps,
had many dealings with dragons?
perhaps at least a healing spell to help you?
I feel fine.
Are you familiar with ALS?
I beg your pardon?
I turned to Vigo and I said, if they don't attack right away, they're usually something to be left alone.
Do I kind of sense what Singe is getting at here?
Make an insight check, I guess.
Because
Julie goes, "What was that?" and whispers to Draloff, "He just insulted your mother."
You kind of probably would get a sense of what Singe is referencing.
So I guess in my knowledge,
You have heard of ALS.
So does the sword stuck within this dragon seem possessive or like sentient by any means?
Make an insight check against the dragon. It's a good hunch, but you're not quite sure. The only way to tell would be to pull the sword out of its skull.
What? I get the sense that you probably don't trust many newcomers. Would that be fair to say?
Not necessarily. If I didn't trust you, I'd be trying to shoo you away. Now, if you're so kind as to not bother my sleep, or to try to break in and take my things, then I have no quarrel with any of you. Harm not, lest you be harmed.
I have a question for you, Killy.
Uh-huh.
So, as I've never played a spellcaster with Dispel Magic before, it says you can use it on objects and they have to make a spell save. does that? I guess like I know you can do it to counter, to, like remove stuff off of creatures and stuff like that. But since it's an object, does it still make a spell save?
Let's say yes.
Okay. Now my other question is, if I guess I'm just gonna try and do it. I'm gonna try and cast a spell magic on the dragon.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm gonna see if maybe there's something not quite right with a charm spell here.
Okay.
It's kind of what I'm going for. And I can cast it at 4th level.
Okay. You watch as the dragon goes, wait, what are you? It's only suppressed a little. Get this sword out!
Okay! I will run up and quickly try to grab the sword. I guess he's up on the roof. I'm gonna try to yell fastball special!
So, somebody's gonna. Who's getting launched up there?
Me or Vigo should be thrown up there.
Up on the roof? Fuck that.
Here, I'll pull you
Toss
up.
me.
Julie just starts to climb. He jumps up and starts to climb.
Can I look at
Okay.
Can I look at Treverin and see if Treverin can shoot me?
You get the dragon in the room, not where someplace it can fly.
Julie, I want you to make an initiative contest against the dragon. Fuck me.
Did you really roll a fucking 1?
Okay, you get up there next to the dragon. It's trying to resist the effect for as long as it can. If you have the opportunity to pull it, you can.
I do.
Okay. You pull the sword from its skull, you hear... He echoes a loud billowing roar that kind of echoes throughout the entire forest.
Well, shit.
That was useful.
And then Treverin turns around and says, I do not have a good feeling about this now.
Thank you for that.
Take a step this way.
He looks at back.
Upstairs.
He looks back at you, Julie, and he says, "Good. I warn you now. The witch who wanders these woods will not take kindly to the control or dragon. What's the word I'm looking for? Will not take kindly to a pet or dragon being lost from her control. Come with me and deal with her directly. I will aid you."
Well, you can't just say that. There's a story here.
Julie looks down at you guys holding the sword, going, "Let's go! Yes!" He goes to climb on the dragon's back.
The dragon will let you.
Do I get the impression that he is not the same person as he was a moment ago?
Yes, very much so.
Do I get the impression that he probably doesn't mean us harm?
Make an insight check.
I think he wants to go
What
kill
in
some
the
witches.
fuck, man? Insight and fucking rolling 1s all night.
Yeah.
Just let it happen.
Well, like, can he explain why he wants to kill the witch, or like why that's a thing? Is there a story here?
That witch is responsible for sending the adventurer that plunge that misbegotten sword in my skull. I will see her choke.
I will turn around to the party and go, "What do we do?"
I say we ride the giant spit lizard and kill a witch.
Yeah!
Is he talking about that woman that sent us to kill the bats?
Correct.
Do not tarry with your decision. She may be here on her own at any moment.
If we help you, will you get us out of here?
Of course.
Do I trust him?
I don't
Let's find
trust
out.
dragons.
Do I even believe a word he's saying?
Based on your earlier insight check? Uh,
Oh, I'm gonna lean over and say to Kay, he seems to be acting more like one of those other dragons now.
I will say this, Vigo, you think he just cares about himself and getting rid of the witch. You don't think he cares too much about the rest of you. You are a means to an end.
Yeah, guys, I don't think teaming up with him is going to be in our best interest.
I'm going to start moving north.
Yeah, no, appreciate the offer, but seems like you guys have some past business to deal with. So
Julie,
yeah,
you're already on the back of this dragon.
have fun with that woman. She got a tree and a cat with a couple arms. So watch out for that also.
I look at Julie and make the plunge motion.
Julie nods his head rapidly. I want to jam that sword back into where it came from.
Okay,
Or,
Mate.
no, that's not what I meant!
make an attack roll.
Oh, please roll high.
What? I guess just roll a 20 and we'll hash out the pluses and
Yep,
minuses.
roll a d20.
Well, it should still be
Oh.
plus strength plus proficiency if it's just a longsword.
Yeah, so that's 18. And it's not. Well, I use two hands, so I get my great weapon with a long sword.
Yeah,
It's versatile.
you're gonna.
Is it not?
I would say you wouldn't get two-handed. I will say this, even based on your bonuses, trying to get into its specific slot, you're not going to do it. So as you try to get in, the dragon hears you pull the sword out, rears back its head, and shakes you and attempts to shake you off. Go ahead and make a contested athletics check against it.
Oh,
You hang on, holding the sword, barely, but now I need everyone to roll initiative.
I fucking knew that was coming.
Here I go stabbing again.
You know the best part about this was? I was going to cast Zone of Truth on the dragon. And
Oh, not anymore, you're not.
Aber's like, fuck it, dispel magic.
Hey, it worked, alright.
Okay.
What?
The dragon. Damn.
You should just reload your freaking internet.
All right. So, at the beginning of the round, a lair action is going to happen.
I don't like lair actions. Not when I'm not on my mage.
You watch as climbing up from the forest are several grasping roots. In a 20-foot radius.
I have to ask, is he casting a spell here?
This is a lair action.
So that doesn't count as like me. It doesn't cast as like a spell or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
So, that area that I've just highlighted, not including the area on top where Julie and the dragon currently are, is considered difficult terrain, and I need everybody in that circle to make a strength saving throw for me, please.
Mm-hmm.
Basically an entangle spell.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Growloff is perfectly okay. It's the rest of you are restrained by the roots and vines. All right, Vigo, you're up next.
Shit, that stuff came like out of the stone.
That came from the forest behind you, crawling up the stone and around
Like a rattlesnake.
like
Oh,
rattlesnakes.
effort. So I'm
Like
restrained as
restrained.
in no movement.
Like
You have no
anime.
movement. You have to use. You would have to use your action to try to break free.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. All right. You are no longer restrained.
Hold on.
All right. You run into the building.
What's the size of these blocks? Is it 5 feet still?
5 feet per block, yeah.
Is there a staircase inside that goes up to the roof?
It's this door right here.
Okay.
In and around the corner.
Okay. You kind of routing across some of the treasure. Ching, 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 ching. It crackles under your feet.
Hey,
And
hey,
I
that's
say-
racist.
It's all mine!
Not for long. Is that your turn, Vigo?
That's it. I'm trying to get that bastard in this room here.
He didn't even fuck with you. He said, yeah, not long, buddy.
The dragon is going to take one of its claws and attempt to rip you from its back, grappling you. I need you to make another contested athletics. You can use either athletics or acrobatics, Julie. It's up to you. God
Wait.
damn.
He grabs the claw and flips it on its stomach.
Athletics is
Bounce
my
back around.
thing, man. Athletics is my best skill.
Okay.
I am a champion fighter.
Failing that, he is going to move. Double check that flight speed. Yep, 80 feet. He is going to fly up and away 65 feet with you on its back.
Oh, gotta zoom out.
He is going to use another one of his attacks to essentially do a barrel roll and chuck you off. Now I need you to do another contested check.
Ah!
Not this time.
Well, you're swimming back.
So, he chucks you off, flying 70 feet up in the air. Sorry, I think I said 65. 65 feet up in the air, which would be 75 feet over the water. Now I need you to make either an athletics or an acrobatics check as you plummet down into the water to see whether or not you take half damage. Good enough. All right, so you're going to take 10 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 7 because you're a heavy armor master. As you descend down, you go into quite a bit of a dive, and you just go into the river. You feel the cold water rushing over you, but the impact kind of hurts. And as that splash of water happens and you're kind of covered, I also need you to roll a d20 for me. As you kind of open your eyes underneath the bridge, in the dark of the water, you can see several serpentine eyes suddenly light up as you disturb the water.
Fucking Nazar.
Great.
There's one set of eyes that looks back at you, and then another, and another, and another. 5 heads with sharp teeth.
Oh, motherfucker.
Karma!
All right.
Goodbye, Julie. It was good knowing thee.
It's fucking time to get. It's time to get dirty now. Let's do it.
The Hydra, which you have awakened, it will move right up next to you, and with its 5 heads will unload.
Ooh, dead Julie.
As your body is swept away by the current.
Miss. That one, does that beat your armor class?
Yes.
Okay, 11 points on that strike. That will miss. That will be 4 points on that strike. And 7 points on that strike. As 3 of the 5 heads grab around your body and attempt to tear it to pieces as you're struggling to hold your breath and make your way back above water. It is your turn.
How far can I get to the shore?
As far as your swim speed will allow, but the Hydra does have opportunity attacks it can make against you.
Can I use a dash action to improve my swim speed?
Yes. Your
What is my swim speed?
half your normal movement speed.
Oh, so okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go 1, 2, that's 10, 15, that's my regular. 20, 25. I can get to here
Okay.
with a dash action. So go ahead and roll whatever attacks you're gonna roll.
Okay. The Hydra gets a reaction, an opportunity attack, for every head that it has. So you're taking 5 opportunity attacks against you.
Bring it.
Miss, I assume.
Yep.
Miss. Miss. What about that
Tie.
one?
With the tie.
Tie. Then it hits. You'll take 8 points from that. And crit miss. So one of the heads heads that missed you the first time will take a snap at your legs. You can feel a bit of blood trickling down as you quickly paddle your way back to shore.
I'm gonna bonus action take my second wind.
Okay.
And that's it.
Kay, you're up next.
I gotta make sure my second wind is configured for 8th level. Hold on.
Wait,
Are
eighth
these
level.
vines magical?
It shouldn't be configured for 8th level. You never boosted up to 8th level yet.
Oh, I mean 7th level. Yeah, 1d10 plus 7. Okay. No, I got the macro for it. I just want to make sure my macro has me at the right level. That's all.
Okay. Sure. Sorry, what was your question, Kay?
Are these vines magical?
They are magically animated.
But are they themselves magical?
No.
Okay. Well, it worked before. Maybe it'll work again. I burst into flames.
Okay. I'll say this. Yeah, the vines around you, which come from the forest of the Willowwood, burst into flames as you manage to burn them away.
Wish I would fuck with that lady of the forest.
And with that, seeing it fly northeast, I'm gonna try and come on the north side of the building and move to there.
What was the drop off? I'm just asking for future White Claw. What's the drop off between the level that we're on and the level that Julie's on?
10 feet.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna. Actually, I'm gonna stop there.
It's 10
Good.
feet up to the platform you guys are on from the forest floor, and it's another 10 feet to the top of the flat roofed building.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Treverin, you're up.
All right. I am going to move to this door and open it if it allows me to.
It opens.
All right, and I'm gonna take my rest of my movement, 5 more feet, stand right here, and that's my entire turn.
Okay. Grilloff.
Dash action.
Remember that the green area is still difficult terrain, so you're going to be spending double movement per square.
Okay. So in that case, 10, 20. This will be my normal movement speed to 30 there.
All right.
That would be 67. Okay. Dash action to there. Okay,
All right.
that's 70.
Okay. Singe, you are restrained by the roots still.
All I know is all I saw from where I was at was the dragon took off. Would I have seen Julie fall from the
Yes.
for the distance that they are?
Yes.
But I would not
If
have
it,
seen Julie swim out.
no, not from where you are. You would have seen him fall from the dragon's back past your line of sight.
And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend, what's that, 20 feet getting out of this?
You are still restrained. You're not going to be able to move unless you break the vines.
All right. What do you need for that?
Athletics check.
Alternatively, can I use Dragon's Breath?
Sure. That'll burn him right away.
All right. So we're going to do that. We're going to use Dragon's Breath. Do you need me to roll?
No.
Okay.
You can
all
just
right.
burn. We can just say the vines burn away.
All right. Let me just remove that from my thing.
Mhm.
All right. So assuming I have my full movement,
Mhm.
what I'm going to do is get to here, and I'm going to attempt to go in the door to here, because I would assume, I don't know about the Hydra, so I would assume that fighting a dragon while it can fly around in open air is not exactly the smartest of things.
Probably a safe bet.
Alright. So I'm inside.
Okay. All right. For the beginning of its lair encounter, the vines will wilt away, and instead, magical fog will begin to billow around Kay. Kay, unless you're immune to being charmed, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. How much care for that?
You are charmed by the dragon until the start of its next lair action.
Gotcha.
Vigo.
Well, I have no clue that there's a Hydra out there, do I?
Nope.
Nope. All right. I'm
I'd say the only one acutely aware of the Hydra is the person that got bit by 3 of its heads.
Yep, just gonna move there, and I'm ready in action in case anything dragon light comes through that door.
Okay.
Hopefully you didn't mean me.
The dragon, on
You're
its
already
turn,
in.
will fly 30 feet this direction. It is currently 25 feet above those of you on this platform, 35 feet directly above Julie. And exhaling down in a cone, now you know what? It can get closer than that. It'll fly past Julie to be where it is 20 feet above you two, and it will exhale down a cone of poisonous breath. I need you two to make Constitution saving throws. Draloff, you'll make yours with advantage. 17, you'll take half damage.
Is that
And
also
Kay.
hitting me? Okay.
All right,
Oh.
you'll both take half damage.
So,
13 points.
There's a lot of ones in that roll. Be thankful.
The Hydra will follow Julie towards the land. 5 heads attacking him again. 8 reduced to 5. 6 damage on that. 5 damage on that.
Come on.
10 damage on that.
Oh my
And
god.
5 damage on that. Every one of the heads hitting you this time.
All right, so that's 5, 11,
16.
18, 28, 33.
Has there been any noise other than the dragon itself? Like, has the Hydra made any noise?
The screams
It's
of Julie's
hissing.
pain.
The scream of Julie's pain and the Hydra hissing as the heads are coming up. You watch as the body kind of comes out of the water, the legs kind of shifting along the shoreline, and it is tearing into Julie.
Oh man, I
And
can't
then-
see that.
You can't see that. You can hear all this noise outside. Julie, you're up next.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty much gonna die no matter what I do at this point. So Julie is going to pull out his fetish,
Mhm.
and as he activates it, he says, "Groomsh, looking at me with your one eye, know that if I die living by your code. He goes, gladly, let the pool of my blood serve as the pupil that others will see and think of you. And I'm going to action surge, and I'm going to give it everything with my greatsword on the Hydra.
Attaboy. The 5 heads of the Hydra looking back at you, ready to bite in.
All right, so Well, it's just first action is going to be just 2 attacks with the greatsword using the fit.
Gotcha. So the 14 is going to miss. That crit's certainly going to hit. All right.
And
You
then
carve.
I get 1 more for a great weapon master because I grit.
Yep.
Ah.
13 misses.
All right. And then my action surge, I'm just gonna keep swinging.
All right. 25 hits. 22 hits. All right.
And,
Let's see.
for good measure, I scream in bloody rage at the Hydra to show that I'm not afraid.
Okay. As you chop into this creature, you get one. We'll say with a crit, you get really, really deep into the neck of one of the creature, and you manage to chop off one of its heads.
Okay.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
Like I said, I'm gonna scream in bloody rage at it.
Okay. Tapping into the fetish on your person and crying out to groups for power, you feel a surge of bloodied rage wash over you as you stand in absolute defiance of the very death facing you down. Okay, you're up.
What's my action? What do I have to do?
Your charm, period.
That's what I'm saying. So what is the dragon commanding me to do?
He's not commanding you to do anything. You're subjected to the charm condition, which means you cannot attack him or target him with any harmful spells or magical abilities. That
Well,
doesn't
then-
mean you can't
Does
affect
it-
the Hydra.
Does it break on damage? Like I know a lot of charms do.
In this case, it breaks when the dragon gets its next layer action.
Hmm.
So it's only for the turn.
Well, let's see how far I can. I can only move to him though. That sucks. So I just can't directly affect him, correct?
You cannot target him with harmful spells or magical abilities, and you cannot attack him.
What if I'm not targeting him?
Up to you. What do you have in mind?
I'm gonna drop Hunger of Hadar as Droloff as my primary target.
What the fuck is up with the magic? You just targeted the goddamn door for spells lately.
Okay.
So that's a thing.
All right. Let's drag that circle. Put that where you want it to be centered.
It's
It's
gotta
gonna
be on
be-
Droloff.
Yep. It's going to be just high enough that that cannon will clip the dragon. Any creature that starts its turn in the area takes 2d6 cold. Any creature that ends its turn must succeed on a dex save or take 2d6 acid. All right. The Hunger of Hadar, this loose, inky black void, now fills the space that you were just standing off, and there are a few inky black tentacles that are also reaching just to the belly of the dragon itself. And you hear the dragon go, "The fuck?"
Welcome
Okay.
to Hentai Land, motherfucker.
Yeah. God. Are you moving anywhere, Kay?
Well, I guess I've never had to stand in it before. Did that still affect me since it's my spell?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I know some don't, so that's why I was curious. Well then, if I came around the bend down below, would that still be an area of effect for that? I guess it is 10 feet below, isn't it?
It doesn't spread around corners or anything. It doesn't say it does. So I would rule that it only.
It's a 20-foot radius sphere of blackness. Spheres go up and down.
Yeah, you're right.
So
Yeah,
does
I
it
would fill
affect the dragon getting inside the building?
The dragon's flying above you.
No,
Yeah,
you.
Oh,
he's
yo, I'm
talking about you. No.
Yeah, does it go through walls or anything?
Well, it's a sphere. He's technically in it, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying do the walls block the sphere from?
Yeah, it doesn't seep through walls. Unless there's like a doorway open or something like that.
Read how it's written. It's a 20-foot radius sphere of blackness and bitter cold, centered on a point, and it warps the fabric of fucking, what do you call it?
A space and time, so yeah. So yeah, technically it just does whatever the fuck it wants.
Hadar cares not for your stupid walls.
Well, if I can't move through that, then
I mean,
I
you could.
will. Well, I could, but I'd also be taking 2d6 acid at the end of my turn.
And possibly losing the concentration.
Yeah, so I'm not going to do that. I will jump down, though, and I'll stop there.
Okay, it's a 10-foot drop, so I'll need you to make an athletics check.
Your dice.
You take a point of damage, and I'll need you to make a con save.
Woo.
See ya.
Yeah! Then I will.
Jesus.
Do I just take damage? Can I keep running then if it's gone?
I mean, sure.
Fuck it. I lied. I can go one more. There we go.
So to be clear, anybody that was just in the building just saw a fucking strobe light of blackness pop up all of a sudden and disappear the next moment later.
Yep.
Correct.
Your assessment is correct. Treverin, it is your turn.
Does popping a potion of healing take a bonus action?
Takes an action.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
All right. So after I had to redo my plans 3 times in the last 5 seconds,
You can't
back
see
to
right
my
now.
original plan, and my question is, if I get through this door here for the stairwell, how many feet up do I have to go to be on top of the roof where I could see the dragon and the Hydra? Is that 10 feet?
You could make this movement to get to the top and see both.
So it'd be 25 feet of my movement would get me to the top. Okay. All
Yep.
right. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do.
Oh, good lord.
We need a next generation, like 3-level chessboard to do this, right?
I'm going to move to there so I could see everything.
Uh-huh.
Whatever. It won't center me. Whatever spot I can get. That's fine.
You're
All
good.
right. And
The dragon is about 10 feet above you.
that's fine. Not even a concern for me at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing the dragon, I could see part of the Hydra, correct?
Yes. You can see the multiple heads of the Hydra tearing into Julie.
All right. Then I reach into my bag. I pull out this nice shiny diamond. I say, "Hey, dragon, would you like some more loot?" And then I cast Insight Greed.
Okay.
Oh.
So starting with the dragon, we'll make that wisdom save. We'll try. That's a crit.
Fuck.
And the Hydra, because it has multiple hits still, has advantage on the save.
Okay.
However, it also has a wisdom of +0, so we'll see what happens. What's your DC?
My DC is 15.
Then it succeeds. None of them are interested.
Nobody wants your used ass gem.
That's what she said. What did the tiefling say to the Warforged?
What did the tiefling say to the Warforged?
No one wants your lame ass gem.
I'm gonna use that,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna cast that spell again.
You can only cast it once, either way.
No.
You can quicken spell a cantrip, but that's about the extent of what you got.
Well, then that totally ruins all my plans. So I'm not gonna do the quicken spell. Then I'm gonna use the last of my 5 feet to go back down the stairs.
Okay, sorry. Draw off.
My goal was to charm the Hydra, then tell the dragon this was some of his loot. That was my goal. So I had to share because I was like, I have a great plan.
It is a good plan.
And then Kay fucked it all up.
Sup? You can't see right now, but Kay feels the frustration and finger guns your direction.
Dreloff, you can see the Hydra barely poking out from the platform below you, and the dragon is 25 feet above you. What do you do?
All right, this is a preemptive roll because I'm fixing to run over, jump off this fucking ledge, and land and start whacking into the goddamn.
Give yourself inspiration.
What the fuck is that?
That means on the top left of your character sheet, yep, if you didn't already have it, you can give yourself inspiration. You can burn that at any time or on another player's turn to give advantage on one roll.
Okay. So when I land, of course, I'm going to be fucking raging.
Attaboy.
I'm going to go advantage and use Furious, whatever the fuck, Reckless, what.
Reckless attack.
And I'm going to thwack him, twice?
All right. 27 hits. 22 hits. Julie, as you're prepared for your death, you watch as this dwarf, who is surprisingly fast, charge right off, arms blazing, with the cauterizer in hand, whacking hard into the Hydra in front of you, disorienting it just for a moment. That's 12 and 10 is 22 points of damage. The Hydra takes the hit, it rears back, and it focuses its remaining heads on you.
That was a chance. Probably. That's what I was going for.
Okay, you done for your turn?
Yep.
Sind, you're up next.
Okay. A question before I go. Julie was on the back of the dragon. And while before the dragon took off, Julie managed to maintain a hold of the maintain a hold on the dragon, and I believe the sword.
Julie still has the sword, if that's what you're asking.
That was my question. I didn't see it fall or tumble or anything like that.
Nope.
Well, if you saw Julie fall, you saw it was in his hand when he fell.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I was also looking around at roots and shit like that popping up all over the damn place. So I will say that, okay. So I don't know where that's at. Let me just look at something real fast. All right. Can I get to the top of the roof as well?
Sure.
From where I'm at? I should be able to.
About 25 feet of movement?
Yeah. I'd probably be, or I don't know, is it the edge? Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to... I can't get down to Julie.
Not without tumbling a bit.
Even I don't have the movement for it. And I'd like to actually do something this turn. Let's see if this works. Would 5 feet of movement get me back into the room?
It gets you just back down the stairs to where Treverin is, next to him.
Is that far? Alright, am I noticed by the dragon?
Yeah.
Would I still be in the dragon's eyesight moving 5 feet back?
I mean, the dragon knows you're there. He knows Treverin's there, too.
Okay. Sorry, Kelly. I'm just making sure, seeing if this works.
That's okay.
Oh, yeah, this 100% works. Let's see, 30 feet. He's within 30 feet of me, right? 10 feet, 10 feet. That's 15 feet. All right. Okay. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to Sanctuary on Julie.
Okay.
And
Good choice.
I just want to check something. Can I, as a free action, can I yell, Julie, don't attack?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to yell, Julie, don't attack. And then I'm going to hit that, the Hydra with a Toll the Dead.
All right. Wisdom save, is that it?
It is.
Okay. I'm sure that doesn't meet your DC.
Well, it says DC 14 Wisdom save, so I think you beat it. You tied it. I think yeah,
If I tied it, did I beat it? I'm sorry. I thought your DC was 15, not 14 for some reason.
not yet.
All right.
All right. So with that done, I'm going to just jump off the edge of this to right
Okay.
here. So
Okay.
I'm going to be on the
It's-
outside.
Okay. It is a 10-foot drop, so I will need you to make a athletics check.
Yeah.
All right. You take 4 points of damage.
All right.
As you jump down.
Okay. And that would be it for my turn.
Okay. At the beginning of the lair action, Kay is no longer charmed.
Thank God.
Instead, looking back in Treveran's direction, Treveran, you listen to the sound of tangled brush springing from behind you. Vigo, it seems to nearly spring on top of you as a wall of tangled brush magically sprouts. 60 feet long, 10 feet high, so it fills up the entirety of the downstairs here, even pushing aside some of the treasure, and 5 feet thick.
What?
A wall of brush springs up behind Treveran and in front of you.
No, I heard that, but like we're inside. The dragon can't even see us.
Lair action, a wall of tangled brush. It can see down because it's an open path going straight down. And wall of tangled brush bristling with thorns springs to resistance on a solid surface within 120 feet of the dragon. Doesn't even need to say it.
Vigo's in the building.
I'm in the building.
I know. It springs
So-
up in the building.
You're telling me the building this room I'm in has no roof. Is that what you're saying?
No, it has a roof. I'm saying the tangled brush that spawns magically in there goes up close to where it's touching the roof of the building. If you're on top of the building, you're not going to be bothered by it.
Basically, what he can do is he can see the bottom of the stairwell, and he
It's like-
basically is trying to trap Treveran where he's at.
Correct.
Okay.
It's not so much to do with you; it's so that Treveran can't get away.
Correct. Vigo, you're now up.
Well,
And
this
for-
is not good.
For what it's worth, it does not stretch outside the building, so it goes as far as that.
I'm gonna take a dash action to there.
All right, let's
My turn.
pull that back for just a second because I want to make sure.
I was like right.
Yeah, you're fine. Okay. So you dash out onto the bridge.
That's it.
Okay, the dragon on his turn does not get his breath weapon back. He is going to fly down next to Treveran and attempt to grapple you. Contested athletics check. Crit miss. I'll say. Wait a minute. You didn't roll 1. You rolled a 2. No, you rolled a 4. Okay. I'll say this. Because he got a critical fail, you'll still succeed, even though your roll was technically lower than his. So instead, what'll happen? He will use his 2 remaining attacks to attempt to claw you and bite you.
I preferred the grapple, honestly.
So starting with a claw, 11 points of damage,
Mm-hmm.
and the bite,
Oh, God.
26 points of damage total.
Mm-hmm.
There's something going on with your attack rolls there, Killy. You get some major big roll.
I think he's just had enough of our shit.
He is then going to fly back towards the bridge, 40 feet up in the air. Treveran, if you want, you can make an attack of opportunity against him.
Oh yeah, because that's gonna work.
I mean, I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Hey!
Oh yeah!
All right.
Yeah.
I actually hit him with the damn thing.
Yeah!
I'm
As he
down to
flies
3
away-
hit points and I smack him for 6.
As you fly away, you remember the words of Master Yoda. My stick, my stick, my stick is better than bacon. Bad lip sync. Odd reference. Okay, anyway. As he flies away, you're like, you motherfucker. You smack him in the back of the ass with a stick. He's like, ah! And he just flies back towards the bridge, getting ready to intercept Vigo. The Hydra has 4 heads remaining and is completely focused on the raging dwarf that has sumo slammed into its chest. So all 4 of the heads are actually going to turn around and focus on him. And they have advantage on the attacks because you used Reckless last turn.
Yep.
6 points of damage reduced to 3. 7 points reduced to 3. 15 beat your AC? No, that one misses. And then another 3 points of damage from that. So 3 of the heads will tear into you as you're raging, as you're slashing around. And at the end of its turn, where Julie chopped off one of its heads, 2 more will sprout.
Oh.
I like the O.
That's not good.
So it's got 6 heads now?
Julie.
All right. I know a spell has been cast upon me. Is that fair to say?
Yes. You can feel the protective magic of Singe.
All right. I'm going to use my movement to climb the 10 feet to the next level.
Okay, just make an athletic check for me.
What's that? Like, is it just double my movement, or would I have to actually make a check?
You have to make a check to climb it. Yeah, you can climb it.
All right. So that's what you said, 10 feet?
It'll be 10 feet to climb because you don't have a fixed climbing speed. It'll be actually 20 feet for you to get up there.
All right. And then I kind of stagger to the corner here and lean up against the wall, and I turn towards Singe and go, like, you see he's all bloody and breathing hard and just barely hanging on. He goes, "What mean? Don't attack!"
What? What? While it's not my turn, I would like to turn to him and say, "Kill the things and take their stuff. Kill the things and take their stuff."
Julie just waves the sword at you. Rah!
Okay, you're up.
I'm going to run at this thing down to here.
Mhm.
And I'm going to go for it. Let's go Great Sword.
Okay.
And seeing as this thing is really taking a chunk out of Julie, I'm going to give her all she's got, and I'm going to use Hexblade's Curse on it.
Okay, it is marked with a curse.
Alright, and I'll give her 2 slashes.
All right, both attacks will land. 16 and 18. Of the 2 heads it sprouted, one of them gets chopped off.
Okay, and that's it.
Okay. Treverin.
Things like a bloody crepe myrtle.
Oh, hey, I lied. I still have Radiant Consumption. So
Uh-huh.
it takes another 4, I believe, for each of those, yeah.
Does Drelov?
No, so that's just my attacks. And at the end of my turn, everyone takes damage equal to half my level, which is another 4.
Okay, so it's going to take an additional 8 points of damage total?
Correct. And then at the end of my turn, it also burns, as does Draloff, for another 4.
Okay. So
Oh, fire. Right on.
Drelov, you'll take 2 points of fire damage.
I was
'cause you're
about to say
raging.
that's 2.
It's not fire.
It's radiant, anyway. Point being, he has Totem of the Mirror, so unless it's psychic, he's resistant to it.
Gotcha.
16 and 18 is...
Why do I picture Dreloff turning around and be like, "Stop helping"?
I lied. This
Okay.
I guess my modifier might be wrong for this when I made it. Let me link it. It should be extra radiant damage equal to my level. Second paragraph, last sentence.
Extra damage, radiant damage equals your level.
So it should be 7, so add an extra 6 to that.
At the end of each of your turns, you and each creature within 10 feet of you take radiant damage equal to half your level rounded up. So it'd be
4.
4 from that, and then it'd be 6 damage from both the strikes.
It'd be 7. We're 7, so it'd be 14 damage total for each of the strikes on top of that.
Okay.
And then additional 4 on top of that, because everything around me burns because I ended my turn, including myself, so I did that too.
Okay.
I guess I didn't read that, so I can fix that now. There we go.
It only happens once on each of your turns, so it doesn't take 14, it takes 7.
Oh, you're right.
So.
With an attack. Oh, no, it's... No, in addition, on each of your turns, you can deal extra radiant damage to one target whenever you deal damage to it with an attack or spell.
Once on each of your turns, you can deal extra radiant damage to one target when you deal damage to it. Once on each of your turns.
Oh, gotcha. Never mind. So, yep, it takes 7.
Yeah.
Dealio. That's good.
Okay. I was going to say that would get ridiculous with a ASMR or Divine Smiter, so. Okay, Treverin, you're blocked behind you and you are bleeding badly.
Not a problem. So, potions
I like your
are
optimism.
actions.
Yes.
I'm fine. All right. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to drink a healing potion.
Mhm.
That's my action, and that is 2d4 plus 2.
Plus 2. Yep.
Got this stuff memorized. I get 6 points back there, so that gets me off the ground at least a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to go ahead and use my quicken spell. And I'm going to move up 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And being pissed off at the dragon right now, because I was going to be nice to him.
I need some way to get up there.
Is grab this little guy, put it right here, and avoid draw off, but aiming it kind of out in the middle of the water. He's going to get a fireball.
Okay. Just as a note, the dragon is currently 40 feet above, 30 feet above where you are. So you can, if you're going to throw out a fireball, you can hit either the dragon or you can hit the Hydra, but you're not going to be able to clip both of them.
Because the dragon's 10 feet down.
The Hydra is 10 feet down, the dragon is 30 feet above you.
Right, so it's a 20-foot sphere, so you're going to have to choose.
Well, it's a 20-foot.
It's a sphere.
Oh yeah, but
So
the sphere would be 40 feet here.
Yeah.
Oh,
so if you clip the dragon at the top of the sphere,
right,
it'd be 30 feet down to where you are, and another 10 feet down from that.
Would be the level below you.
Let me see. No, I'm sorry. He's 30 feet above you. So 10, 20, 30. I guess you would be able to clip it because it's a large creature. And I take that back. All right. Glad we talked that out. Good talk, guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. The Hydra. Start with that deck save. What do you mean to do with advantage? Doesn't matter. Hydra does not have a great dex. He's going to take that damage, and you're going to watch as another head of his burns off. As for the dragon,
Does he not get hit on all of his heads?
no, he does not take. He does not
Okay.
take 100 plus
Individual
points of
damage.
damage. No.
Well,
Nice try, though.
I'm just asking. Each head attacks separately. I'll be able to get hit separately.
All right. The dragon dodges the lion's share of it, but he does take a little bit of fire damage. And there's this that kind of booms in the air, and the sound kind of echoes across the forest behind you.
Okay.
Anything else for your turn?
Yep, I'm gonna move right back down to up next to this brush stuff
Okay.
to get a little bit
Drella.
of cover.
Sure. Drella.
Yes. Uno momento. I'm looking for something. How do I use the smite on this axe again? Been a while since I used it.
Let's double check that real quick. Because I don't remember off
that's what I
the
was
top of my
looking
head.
Yeah, that's what I was
Items,
looking at.
cauterizer. As a bonus action, you can spend a charge to cast Searing Smite, level 1 with a DC of 14. So, You just say you want to use it.
Can I use it on both my swings, or just one?
It's a bonus action to cast, so you're only going to be able to get it on the one.
All right, I'll do it on the last swing then.
Okay. You're concentrating. You watch as the cauterizer kind of burns with this radiant, fiery energy. 25 hits. 19 will also hit. So go ahead and do the damage for the 25. All right.
And I need to add a smite on that last.
Yep, for an additional 1d6 fire damage. All right. So, firstly, the Hydra's going to lose another head. Secondly, its body is now on fire.
Cauterizing all the wounds, so that doesn't grow more heads.
Ding, ding, ding. I was thinking Hercules mythology and like, wait, fire.
So, all right. So this creature's on fire. It's only got 3 heads left, and it's looking really, really bad off. Anything else for your turn?
That's all I can do.
All right, Singe, you're up.
All right. If I move to here, can I see Treverin?
No, because Treveran's in the building. And he would be hiding kind of in an alcove. You would have to climb up.
Fuck. Oh, well, there. All right. Hold on. That kind of changes what I wanted to do.
Just like that, you've ruined his plans.
Sucks, doesn't it?
Well, when I want to try to heal you, yeah. All right.
Both Julie and Treveran are sitting at sub 10 hit points.
Yeah, I know. Guess someone shouldn't have jumped on the back of a dragon.
Yeah, you know, when you're buying, a new roof for the inn after we get all this gold, you can thank me later.
You mean the inn I don't own? Fuck yourself.
Half of the riches we've gotten to date is because Julie's done something stupid. So, you can thank me later.
Somebody give him color book and crayons and put him in the corner.
All right, hold on. All right, I'm gonna move to here.
Uh-huh.
The people I can see.
Hey, my boss is calling. Hold on.
Okay.
Are getting that.
All right. So, from where you are, you'll be able to see everybody but Treveran. So everybody but Treveran can regain 9 hit points.
All right.
I'll go ahead and just add Drell since he's on the phone.
That's fine. And then... the dragon I will hit with... Oh, nope, that's Spare the Dying. Sorry, wrong click. With Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you saved.
Yeah. Alrighty. I'm gonna... Kay, did you add those hit points to yourself?
I did not.
Okay. Julie?
What?
You get 9 hit points from Mass Healing Word.
Oh.
I was looking at helpful. I was like, hey, it's not coming up.
Sorry, I didn't know it was Mass Healing Word. I thought it was just Healing Word. My bad.
Okay. For the lair action, the wall behind Treveran will disappear, and instead will spawn another 20-foot radius of grasping vines. This one will not go through the wall and will not hit the guys on the ground floor, but will instead affect Vigo, Julie, and Singe in particular. I need the 3 of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, for the love of Pete.
You are restrained.
Do I get my 2 points from proficiency bonus? Yeah, all right. So we'll have to just add it to whatever I...
Okay. Yeah, you're fine. And so is Singe. So you guys are not restrained. That area is considered difficult terrain. Vigo, on the other hand, is restrained.
Just for clarification, it does not hit the roof or hit inside the building, correct?
Correct.
So I am immune
Yeah,
from that. Okay. Just want to
You're
make
not
sure.
getting clipped. Yep.
But even if I move, I'm not going to run into it.
Not unless you run to the ground floor.
Okay. That's what I need to know. Thank you.
Vigo, you're up.
Well, I'm going to try and break free.
All right. Athletic check. You break free.
Athletics or strength? Which one was it?
That's fine. I don't know if you're I'll count that roll. You're free.
All right. And then I'm going to launch myself at that Hydra.
Okay. Make an athletics check as you charge and dive down at it. All right. You take 6 double to 12 because you're currently vulnerable to all damage.
Okay.
And you are next to the Hydra if you want to, I guess, unleash some attacks into it.
That was
Next
the
to
silence
or-
of I've made a terrible mistake.
Next to or on? I was going for on top of.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. And that's it because I use my action to. Oh, I'm going to action surge. Sorry.
Okay. I figured you would.
All right. Now we got to try and unload on this bastard. Since I'm on top of it, do I get advantage being on top of it?
No.
Hmm.
Sorry. 15 hits, though. So does 25. So jumping on top of one of the several heads, you take the hammer and you bang one down. And then as the other two come in for a bite, you kind of do this interesting little jump. The heads kind of collide into one another. And then with the momentum of your swing, you do a front slip, slam down hard with Anvil Wrath. And like Thor striking his hammer into the earth, the Hydra just collapses as the body begins to slink back into the water.
Oh, shit. And that's my turn.
Okay. At the beginning of the round, the dragon does not get his breath weapon back. He will roar defiantly one more time as he says, "Fools, I will see you all drown." He is going to swoop down in Treveran's direction, 45 feet. Reaching down, he is going to bite. I'm sure that'll get you.
Yeah, if it's hitting me, I'm unconscious.
Okay.
What about your one thing where you don't drop below 1 HP?
Oh, I can't remember if I burned it already on this because
No,
we
we
used
took-
it earlier.
You used it on the last, because we haven't fought anything really down here.
Okay.
You used it on the other floor, then we took a long rest before we came down, so you're still good to go.
You have
Alright.
it. So,
If I have it, then I'm gonna use it. I just wasn't sure if I had it,
okay.
but it's not gonna be very good anyway.
DC is 5 plus the damage taken, so
I have to
15 and 18 is
yeah,
32.
yeah. It wasn't gonna matter.
Okay, it's a good roll, but nope, I'm afraid you're unconscious.
Yep.
So,
Would I have heard a blood-curdling scream?
possibly. That's up to Treveran whether or not he would have issued a blood-curdling scream.
You just would have saw blood ooze down the wall.
Nah, I wouldn't have said anything. I'm
Okay.
not that.
And then, for its other attack, the dragon, for one of it has 2 more attacks. It will grapple you, and you can't resist, so you are grappled. It will then fly, earn 45 feet of movement to get down to you. There's 35 movement speed left.
Is it close enough for me to get an attack of opportunity?
Nope, he's too high. It will fly over there. And With its last attack for the turn, it's simply going to drop you into the water. You'll take 1 death saving throw failure as you drop into the water.
Okay.
And you begin to sink. Julie, you're up.
Hmm. All right, I'm going. Come on. Give me a sec. I'm just trying to think of what I can do. All right, hold on.
I just want to say secretly I was all for attacking this dragon, but now it's turned out not so.
Sorry, I was on the phone with the boss. What's the 20-foot green circle of shit?
Right now, it's not affecting you. It's only affecting the floor above you. But
Okay.
it's difficult terrain. It's grasping vines and shit.
All
Okay.
right. Julie is going to. Well, I don't want to group us all together too much because as soon as he gets that breath weapon back, we're all dead. But at the same time, I can't move fast enough in this shit. So let's see, 10, 20, 30. I can move to there with a full move in
Okay.
difficult terrain. And then I'm going to go another 10 feet. And then I want to, I can, I want to jump into the water.
Okay.
Basically, I want to help Treverin if I can. So can I? No, see, this was 30 feet if you count each square double for difficult terrain.
Okay.
All right. So if I take a dash action,
Mhm.
I can go another 30 feet. So that's
Okay.
10,
Yep.
and then I'm back
Okay.
to fives, right?
Yep.
15,
If
20.
you want to, okay. If you want to dash into the water, you can.
Yeah, and I want to try to do it without the dragon noticing me, if I can. If he's busy with dropping Treverin and keeping his eye on the close adventurers, is that a possibility?
Make a stealth check, but make it with disadvantage as you're trudging through a bunch of brush.
All right, that's fair. Yeah, oh well.
The dragon will notice you, but you can jump down into the water if you wish.
Yeah, I should be able to get to here. And now the water goes under the wall. Is that true?
Yes.
So I can
The
kind
bridge
of
is 10 feet above you.
somewhat. All right. So then actually, instead of being here, I want to be here under the bridge.
Okay.
So that I at least have some cover from a flying dragon. And
Okay.
I'm going to try to wait for him to fly off, and I'm going to grab Treverin on my next turn.
Okay. Kay, you're up next.
Alrighty. Seeing Treverin has been dumped into this water unconsciously. I'm gonna try and dive in the water after him.
All right.
So let me see here. Doo-ba-doo. So I'm gonna jump in this way and then swim over to him.
Okay.
And when I get to him, while he's swimming away, I'm going to quickly touch him for healing hands.
Attaboy. All right, Treverin, you gain 7 hit points back, and your death saving throws reset.
I'm gonna go quit sleeping on the job, and I'm gonna pull him to the surface.
Okay, you're still in the water, but you managed to heal him.
Sounds good.
Okay. Treverin, you're up next. The dragon is. He would be 50. Yeah, 50 feet above you.
He's 15 feet above me.
50.
50.
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm doing this. Targeting my new favorite friend instead of jumping out of the water right away. I'm going to hit him with this. And I just want to make sure this was... hold on. This is an attack roll, I thought. Yep, okay. So I'm also going to burn my inspiration.
Okay.
But I can do this with advantage. Oh no, it was a wisdom save. Why did it say
Okay.
it was attack roll? Anyway, never mind, forget that.
Okay.
So, yep, Mind Spike in his head. And if
Okay.
it lands, I'm going to say his head, I'm in your head forever now. And then...
Half damage on a success, so he will take 7 points of psychic damage.
So, and then let's see. So this is a bridge, right? There's
Yep.
no way for me to climb out from here, correct?
Only to shore.
He's 50 feet above me. I'm not close enough to the Hydra. And the water is moving me downstream, correct?
It's slow enough
Or-
that if so long as you're conscious, it won't
Okay.
drag you downstream.
Okay. All right.
I will say if you were
Curious.
unconscious, then yeah, you'd be floating downstream.
All right. So then I am going to... I know this is only going to be short term. I'm going to move to here and climb up.
Okay. What's your total movement speed?
30.
Sorry
Okay.
about that.
You don't
Should've
have a
been
natural
15,
swimming.
right?
Yep. That would be. You don't have a natural swimming speed, so swimming across to there would be your entire movement.
Yeah.
Unless you have. Okay.
No, that's what I want. It's like I said, I'm not going to get anywhere else. I'm going to get just to there. So
Okay.
I'm just barely pulling myself up on shore.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
Done for your turn?
And not quite. At least I don't think I am. Hold on one sec.
Mhm.
I wasn't planning to actually have a move this turn, so I'm having to double check my stuff. I think I can cast it as a bonus action. Did that. So. Yeah, I'm done for my turn.
Okay. Draloff, you're up next.
Well, to keep my rage, I might have shoot him with my long.
Yep.
That's a miss.
That's a miss.
That's it.
That's a hit. All right.
5.
Yes, you do. All right. You poke him. He's irritated a little bit by that. Done for your turn?
Yep.
Send, you're up.
Yeah. All right. Where's the dragon in relation to me?
He is currently 40 feet above you.
So he's 50 feet above the surface of the water.
Correct.
What's he doing?
Right now, he's flying and looking at you.
Flying and looking at me does not sound good.
Probably not.
And I am not entangled, correct?
No, you are not.
But this
The
is
area
rough
around you is
terrain.
correct.
It's only on this level?
Correct.
So if I were to just step off the edge, would that be 10 feet?
It would be 5 feet of your movement, and you'd have to make an athletics check.
Yeah, I'm not as worried about the athletics. All right. All right. Hold on. I have to read this. Incidentally, my initial thing was to save Treverin, but he was saved by 2 people. So it kind of threw me off a little. Creature. All right. I'm going to. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, guys. I'm going to move to there. So that should be a full 30 feet of movement.
Correct.
And the dragon's looking at me, you say?
Yep.
Dragon doesn't have his fire back, though, right?
Not yet.
Cast that on me.
Okay.
And
Spirits from Draconic Guardians swarm to protect you.
I'm just going to wait.
Okay. At the beginning of its lair action, the vines will wilt away, and mystical billowing smog will attempt to surround Drelloff. Drelloff, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Well, I'm gonna fail this for Actually, can I use my inspiration for
If you
advantage?
fail,
Advantage? You most certainly can.
Alright, we'll spin it.
Alright, fortunately enough, this magical fog attempts to beguile you, but you're too focused, and it does not. Vigo, you're up.
That dragon's, what, 40 feet above me?
50 feet for you.
53, actually.
All right, I'm going to grab the rope off my pack and I'm
Okay.
going to tie my hammer to the rope.
Okay. That'll be your full action for the turn, but you can do that.
And so this area right here, is that under? Is there? I can go under the bridge right here,
Yes.
or is that solid?
Nope, you can go under the bridge.
And then after that, I'm going to move to there,
Okay.
under the bridge.
Alrighty. The dragon at the beginning of his turn will still not get his breath weapon back. He will instead go ahead and fly, getting close to Singe. As he gets close, he'll have to make the wisdom save, which he does not. So go ahead. You want to count that 17, or do you want to re-roll it? I'll leave that up to you.
Fuck him. He can keep the 17.
I figured. All right. He takes 17 points of radiant damage as he flies in, and his speed is halved. So 30 feet to move in, and at least 10 of that feet is going to be doubled. So he's burned 40 feet of movement so far with his fly. And as he gets up next to you, he's going to attempt to grapple you. I need you to go ahead and make a contested athletics check.
Sure.
Or acrobatics, your choice.
I believe it'll be athletics.
Okay. All right. You dodge it. He is going to use his following 2 attacks to bite and claw you. That will miss your AC, and that will miss your AC.
Indeed.
He's looking desperate and says, "Not yet. I will get you, Gold One." And he will spend his remaining 40 feet of movement to get to where he is only 20 feet above you, but he is going to fly up high. You can make an attack of opportunity against him as he flies away.
Oh, I'll be doing that.
I figured.
Oh.
Unfortunately, not high enough. It flies away. You try to swing it with the warhammer, but it's too quick. Fortunately, as it comes in for the attacks on you, your guardians do their job, damaging the dragon and blocking. Julie, you're up next.
I'm gonna take a short rest.
Just plop his ass on the ground.
Bless you.
Vigo and I are just gonna bust out a campfire here under the bridge. Just be like, man, that sucks out there. I know. I don't suppose you'll let me do that, huh?
I won't let you take a short rest. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you want to hide underneath the bridge, that's your prerogative.
No. I'm not. All right. He's still what you said, 20 feet above sea level, like the ground level.
He is 30 feet above sea level, 20 feet above the
Bridge.
The bridge. Yep.
So even if I climb, I can't get to him. I saw Treverin go past me. How does he look?
Bad. About as bad as you do, but even worse.
All right.
Orc-man, grab this rope.
Okay. What the rope you tied around your hammer?
Yeah.
What do you expect me to do with it?
Thor that shit.
Yeah, because I'm a good anchor, right? He's not gonna get me off the ground.
No. You grab the rope, start spinning the rope around the hammer, end of it, and smacking the dragon with said hammer from said rope.
No,
No, that's not.
I'll shoot the dragon from partial cover, with my longbow is what I'll do.
All right.
I really don't see what else I got. I mean, I can't get to anyone to be of any assistance. I really have no way to help Treverin. He's at least conscious, which was my goal. I just wanted him to be conscious, so he didn't die. So that being said, attacking the dragon is my best option, and all I have is my longbow. So 2 shots.
Okay.
Don't know why I rolled with disadvantage there.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I will count the first 2 rolls, the 23 and the 6.
The 23 and the 6. Yeah, of course.
So
I
go ahead and roll
hit-
damage on the 23.
Oh, bang!
All right.
Nice.
All right. You hit the dragon hard in the leg. You're like, ha ha! I've got you now. And then you pull back for the second one, and the rim of the longbow snaps.
it hits the bridge right above my head. Oh!
Yeah, there you go. Because I don't want you to lose the longbow. I'm not going to have it break on you from a crit fail. I'm not that kind of DM. But yeah, you aim the other arrow and you fire it, and it goes and it sticks in the bridge, and then it falls in your direction. You try to avoid it, but the feathers bounce off your head. It doesn't do any damage, but boy, does it look embarrassing.
All right, so I moved 5, so I'm going to move again. Is the water difficult terrain?
It's considered difficult terrain unless you have a natural swim speed, so it will be half movement to move through.
All right, so that was 10 then, not 5.
Mhm.
And then that's another 10.
Mhm.
And then
If you want to move left, it'll get you on shore.
yeah, let's do that. So
Okay.
and then that leaves me. Is getting on shore also difficult terrain, or is that just 5?
It's just 5, so if you got another 5 feet of
All right,
movement,
so
if you want to move.
I'll be there.
Okay.
Oh well, no, I want to be under the bridge. I want to have cover from the flying dragon.
Okay.
So
All right.
Right there, actually.
Okay. One other thing while I'm thinking about it, just double checking this for sure. Is Spirit Guardians a concentration spell? I'm sure it is.
It is.
Okay. Then the Sanctuary will no longer be on Julie.
Well, actually, Sanctuary is not a concentration spell, so.
Yeah, it's just a 1-minute duration.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, so when Susie cast that was the first thing I looked at.
Oh, son of a gun. All right. You're right. Never mind then. Alrighty. Okay, you're up.
All right. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swim to shore. So that's 10 points of movement.
Mhm.
And then how far above is he?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay. I am just going to flip to my bow,
Mhm.
which there's 2 shots off.
27 hits, 14 does not.
Okay, so there's that on top of another 7 radiant.
Damn.
And
All right.
then actually no, I won't. That'll just be my shot. And then
Okay.
I forgot to heal myself because the other thing died though.
Oh, yeah. Consumption. Are you moving at all for your turn then? Otherwise,
That's what I'm debating if I want to. You know what? I will. I'm actually going to use my bonus action first to remove my radiant consumption because I can do that.
okay.
And then I'm going to actually spend the rest of my movement. You said this wall's 10 feet. If I went this way,
The wall's 10 feet climb. Yes.
I'm going to attempt to climb the wall up to where they are, so I can be a little more helpful if I need to be.
Okay. Make an athletics check. Try to climb the wall.
Who's they?
They're under the bridge.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
all
well-
under
Oh,
the
are
bridge.
they? Oh, I thought they were. Oh, well, never mind. Then I
No,
will stay where I'm at.
Yeah.
only,
Vigo's
only Singe is on the upper level.
and Vigo. Vigo's on top of the bridge.
I'll climb
Nope,
anyway.
I'm under.
No, I
I'm
take that
under
back.
the bridge.
Right. I
Vigo's
forgot.
under.
He goes under.
Yep. Vigo's under. You're correct.
I'll climb anyway.
Okay. Is the 11th your athletics check?
Yeah.
Okay, that's just good enough.
Sweet. Then I will get up there, and that'll be my turn.
Oh, who did we lose?
For some reason, I jumped out of game. Don't ask me why. I'm coming back in though.
Okay. Treverin, you're up.
Here I come.
All right. So I know this bridge is kind of obstructing my view, but can I see the dragon all from where I'm at, or do I need to move? That's question
You
number one.
can kind of see the dragon from where you are. I will say you have some partial cover. You can
Um,
bounce back and forth from underneath the bridge to get a clear shot at him. So
Okay. Well, if I'm gonna do that, I'm going to give him the old salute, touching the crown on my head, and hitting him with this.
all right. The 220s will hit. The 17 will not.
Okay.
You know, I forgot
All right.
to give myself hit points back earlier.
Then I'm going to move to here. And question on seeing. Can I see this spot right here?
No, it is 10 feet above you, and you got
Okay,
a
that's what I
wall
thought.
straight up anyway.
All right, so I use 10 feet of my movement, and I would like to do an athletics check to climb up. Let's see, how can I do this? Can I use the athletics check and sacrifice the rest of my movement speed to climb up?
You can try. Make an athletics
Okay.
check. Yeah, you can get up there.
All right, so I'm gonna get up there. I'm gonna turn to the green dragon, saying, "Hey, the treasure's all mine," and then I'm going to cast Face Step and Face Step over to the door.
Okay. Dreloff.
Well, considering we've encountered flying types before, and a while back I tied a rope to my javelin, I'm going to chunk that at his ass and see if I can, guess, stick it into him and try to climb up or pull him down, one of the two.
Okay. So I'll allow it. So I guess your rope is still tied to the javelin.
Because last time I couldn't hit shit and I tied it to the javelin.
Okay. Go ahead and make attacks to your javelin.
I'm not going to roll advantage on that. Fuck it, I'm going to roll advantage. Isn't
Okay. 19 will actually land.
Well, I'll give him the damage from it, which is fucking 8. And what kind of check? You want to see if I can pull myself up to him, or what do you mean to do?
Well, what do you want to do?
Actually, I want to kind of move here to the bridge and see if I can pull his ass.
Okay. I will say this. Go ahead and make a contested athletics check if you're going to use your second attack in an effort to try to pull him down.
Athletics.
God fucking damn it.
So I got to beat a 5?
You got to beat a crit fail.
Don't crit fail.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not going to pull him 30 feet in one turn. But you are going to pull him 15 feet down to where he is now
Level with K up top on that, close to K.
he would be pretty close, yeah. But just about level with K.
Alright.
I'll say that, make it easy. He is now level with the first floor, so to
Okay.
speak. That your turn?
Yep.
Singe.
He's level with K, you say?
Yeah, he's
Yep.
level with the first floor.
Then I'm going to move to here. And he should be back in my Spirit Guardians again.
Yes, he is.
And I am also going to... Oh, wait a minute. I was here, right? Wait, let me see. Check something real fast. Can I get to there on top of the bridge?
Yes.
All right. All right. He's level with me?
Yes. In fact, you're right next to him from here.
All right. If I dropped my shield, would you allow me to swing two-handed?
You won't have to. You don't have to drop it. I will allow you to sheath it as part of the run and then swing two-handed, so you can keep it on your person. But you will be ending your turn without your shield equipped.
Totally
So to speak.
understood. Totally understood. Where's my shield? Or where's my warhammer? All right, so I'm going to do that. Oop, why did it not roll? Why are you not rolling? Oh, there we go.
All right.
Does that hit him?
Nope.
Good.
Unfortunately, it just misses.
Oh, but unfortunately, it doesn't.
Go on.
Hold on.
The suspense is killing me.
War God's Blessing, I assume. Guiding Strike. Yeah, that. Channel Divinity to gain a +10 bonus to the roll.
Now
You
I
make this
know what
choice
that
after you
says, but that was what I was intending on doing anyway. Your
I'll allow it,
decision.
but yeah, I'll allow it for now. Just in the future, you got to make the decision ahead of time.
To be fair, I was
You
already
did. I
going
know.
to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, also to be fair, you asked me ahead of time. Does that hit?
I did. You're right.
So I'll allow it, but just in the future, if I say it doesn't hit and you say, "Oh, I want to use this," then I'm not going to allow it.
No, you're right, and that's my bad for even bringing it up like that.
Okay.
And I apologize.
That's okay. I'll allow it this time. So, getting the +10 bonus to the roll, then yeah, 27 is absolutely going to hit it. I am a merciful god. All right, you whack into the creature's leg. Your spirit guardian's floating about, giving you some added bonus. All right. At the beginning of the lair action, while the rest of these guys are hiding down below, a wall of ions will sprout forth on top of some of them, going in a straight line this way. I need both Dreloff and Julie to make dexterity saving throws for me, please.
Normal. Yeah. Dex.
Dex saves. Those are both failures. Match number
All
beat
right.
was 15. You both are going to take 21 points of damage, reduced to 18 for Julie, and reduced to 10 for Dreloff. And you guys are going to be pushed 5 feet closer to the shore.
To the right. Okay.
To the right, yep.
That drops me down to -1, so I'm out.
Julie is unconscious. All right. And a wall brush.
Hey, Kelly.
Yep.
Does the sanctuary apply here?
Let me double check. I don't think it does.
Not area of effect, unless he
No,
was
not for area
planning on
effect.
hitting you specifically.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, not in this case, unfortunately. So, yep, you're unconscious. Vigo, you're up.
All right, I step out from underneath the bridge, and I'm trying to throw the warhammer with the rope around it up and over and wrap around his neck.
Okay. Go ahead and just make a strength check for me.
Okay.
It'll be a higher DC because you're trying to do something specific with it. Now, you throw the hammer up, and you try to get it into the creature, and it goes sailing up, and then right back down, landing right next to you. Doesn't even hit him.
Don't you get 2 attacks?
Is that, will you count, is that an attack or is that a full action?
It would be your full action for the turn,
That's what I thought.
given what you were trying to do. Sorry.
Okay. Same
And
with-
then I get the fuck back underneath the bridge.
Okay. You're okay, Ken. Don't worry about it. All right. At the beginning of the round, he does get a breath weapon back.
Did he start his turn in my what do you call it?
He does, which means he has to make.
Would
What
you
is it, a
like me
wisdom
to
save?
roll? Yeah, would you like me to
Look-
roll again?
Let me make the roll first. No. Okay, now you can make the roll.
Alright, sure. Hold on.
Okay. He takes 17 points of damage. He's looking really, really bad off, and moreover, he now has this javelin with a dwarf tied to it. What's the length of that rope? 50 feet?
Mm.
Most likely.
It doesn't say. It says hempen.
It's
It's
50 to
50 feet
hempen
of
rope.
rope.
That's what you start with.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know how long it is. It doesn't fucking say.
He is going to fly, because he has difficult terrain to contend with regarding the spiritual guardians. He is going to fly straight up, 60 feet in the air. Singe, you can make an attack of opportunity if you wish.
Oh, I'll give it a shot. Actually, what's his name? Oh no, they're all under the bridge, aren't they?
They're all under the bridge. Yep, they're not.
Yeah. Well, seeing as I sheathed, what do you call it? Let's see if he hits. Nope.
No, that's not going to hit. Not quite. All right, so he goes flying up. The javelin's still attached. The rope's still attached to it. Drelloff, are you holding on?
Yes.
Make an athletics check.
Oh, Toki.
Are you?
I'm doing this for I'm doing this shit for shits and giggles. Hold on. You said, where the fuck is that?
Okay. You grab onto the rope tightly as it goes taut, and you get yanked up into the air. And he flies at such a speed that it's like a bungee cord. You start shooting further and further up in the air. The dragon turns around in the middle of the air as you follow the length of the rope. As you basically go bulleting towards him, you are about middle of the air. You get to about 40 feet where you're above sea level, and it's going to turn around, fly back down, and attempt to grapple you mid-air. Make an athletics check with disadvantage.
Come on, Drelloff, don't fuck this up.
Did you say athletic?
With disadvantage.
It's disadvantaged. Still beat you.
Yeah, but you can't crit fail on a check, so yeah, you do still beat me. Even with a crit fail. God damn it. So that's the good news.
The bad
Here's the bad news is, because he doesn't grapple you, you start falling again.
Well, I mean, if the dragon's coming at him, can he just grab the dragon?
If you wanted to.
What I need to roll?
I will say if you wanted to use that athletics check to grab the dragon instead of being grappled by him, I'll let you do that.
That roll or another one?
No, this roll. It's up to you. Do you want to grab hold of the dragon as you bullet up towards him, John Woo style, or do you want to just drop back down?
John, move this shit.
All right. He tries to grapple you. You manage to dodge the claw and kind of grab onto his chest. He uses two other attacks. He's going to attempt to claw and bite into you, though, so that will happen.
All right.
Is he that flexible he can bend his neck that far over?
It's like a lizard head. It's a
No.
long, snaky neck. So 23 is going to hit you for 3 points of damage. And then the bite is going to be 10 points of damage total. Actually, it's going to be, I take that back, that bite, because you're resistant to poison and taking half damage, is going to be 1 point of poison damage and then 6 points of piercing damage. So 7 points on the bite. 7 points on the bite, 3 points on the claw, 10 points total.
No, I'm still at 70. I'm good.
Okay. Kent, did you have a question?
No, but you neglected to add the part where all of a sudden I see in front of me a dwarf shoot past me.
Oh yeah. Let's not negotiate that. So Julie and Vigo are kind of trying to catch their breath. They're looking at Draloff, who now is holding onto this rope. Kay is on top, trying to steady himself. Treveran's making his way towards the treasure. Singe is there readying himself, and Treveran's the only one who misses this, but the rest of you watch as Draloff, like a bullet, just woo, shoots straight up in the air. Fastball special his own way to the dragon. Julie, I need you to make a death save. 2 fails. Okay.
Ouch.
Ow.
I'm coming back. I stepped away to make myself some tea. Let's see. So, how far did the dragon fly back down when he dove back down to catch Draloff?
He is currently...
Because did
40
he dive below me by any chance, or no?
No, he is 40 feet above you from where you would be.
Well, in that case, I am just going to try and shoot him 2 more times.
Okay.
Foop, foop,
Both will land.
foop, foop.
How do you want to do this?
I'm going to try and just aim for his head as best as I can, I guess.
Okay. Draloff clutching onto the belly, the dragon trying to rear him off, get him off this javelin. It's not paying attention to you as you aim up 2 arrows, simultaneously firing. Black beads of necrotic energy, not even necrotic, black beads of your warlock energy dancing around the arrows as they fire up, pierce the dragon's skull. In fact, you watch as one of the arrows goes right through the slit where the sword had embedded into it. The dragon kind of erratically flies around, stretching its neck out, Draloff holding on for dear life, and then it begins to crumble back down towards the ocean. Draloff holding on for dear life, raging, as the body plummets and plummets and plummets. Draloff, make one more athletics or acrobatics check for me to decide. It's up to you to decide whether you want to hold onto the dragon as part of the impact in order to reduce the likelihood of you getting injured, or whether you want to use your athletics check as the dragon is coming down to jump onto the bridge next to your party members.
Let's go with the bridge.
Okay, acrobatics check then.
Oh,
Normal or
Straight acrobatics. So here's what happens. So you Draloff, as the body kind of crawls up, it falls back Smaug style, and Draloff, still clutching onto his chest, steadies himself as the body falls onto both feet, and then he does a running jump as the dragon is falling and falling, makes his way towards the bridge, and underestimates to jump, bangs his head, whack on the top of the bridge, and falls back down, back first into the water.
As long as he's okay, I don't have to dive in after him.
You take 3 points of damage as 3 points of damage since you're still raging, and realize, well, that didn't go as spectacularly as you had hoped.
and now Draloff must get checked for ALS. Are we out of combat?
You're out of combat. Julie is still unconscious below.
All right.
I'm going to take the dragon fangs out of this dragon for Julie.
Okay.
I don't know that Julie's unconscious, but I'm going to hop down off said bridge into the water, and I'm going to turn around and see how the people under the bridge are doing. And if I see that Julie is hurt, I'm going to do this first.
Okay. Julie is stabilized. And you would have had an initiative roll before him, so I won't have to. Julie doesn't have to make any sort of extra roll or anything, so.
Does that mean I'm conscious?
Nope, it means
No, it
you're
means-
All
not
right, I
having
won't
to make
die.
any extra
All right.
death saves. It means it won't die.
That was the first thing I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure that she didn't die.
Appreciate that.
And with the concussed dwarf's help, I'm gonna try to drag him, Julie. Is this a right here? Is this a inlet here?
It's a raised wall that is level with the first floor. It's a walkway that continues on to the south.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna try to drag him back up here and back into the treasure hoard room, because I know that's where Treveran said he was headed.
Okay, you kind of have to push him back up onto the platform, so I won't have you make any sort of save and worry about that, but you can finagle your way up there. And as you guys are kind of getting Julie back into the treasure room, trying to hide yourselves, as it were, you hear a voice like thunder crack from the forest. I warned you. And you turn around and see Willow staring back at you with ice-cold eyes, and she says, "Harm not, lest ye be harmed."
Where's she at?
See, she would be right over here,
I would like
as
to.
you're kind of... Go ahead.
I'd like to walk out and confront her.
Okay.
I'll join it.
And I'm going to say, given you gave us the rules tonight before we started, correct? You gave us what the rules would have been when we first walked in last week.
Right.
Okay. Then, in as earnest a way as I can possibly say, I'm going to tell her, we
Suck a
tried
dick.
to heal that dragon, and everything else in this forest didn't attack us except for your Hydra that was not obviously under your control either.
You
And
disturbed its... She says, "The Hydra was part of the natural flow of the Willow. You'll notice that none of my creatures go swimming in the river. And it's not the Hydra that I'm angriest about."
And you would leave that dragon there, regardless of how it allies itself, wounded and hurt.
It was not wounded or hurt.
Sword in the skull doesn't seem, not wounded, not hurt to me, but that might just be my observation as a non-medical professional.
The sword pacified the dragon. By removing it, you incurred its wrath and disrupted the balance of this.
Subjugation
lost
doesn't
a
seem like much
friend.
balance.
And guardian. Savor your small victory. You, like so many other adventurers who have passed through, will not survive these woods. She takes a few steps back as she says that, and she disappears in the tree line.
All right, Lorax, I'll talk to you later.
Can you repeat what she said, Killy? Because I didn't quite hear it.
Enjoy your small victory. Like so many other adventurers before you, you will not survive in my woods.
And on that note, I go back in and tell Julie to open the bag and start pouring gold in.
Yeah, I'll have thrown a healing spell at Julie by now.
Okay, what healing spell?
Hold on.
All of them.
No,
Oh yeah,
one
all of
them.
the spell.
All right, 6 hit points back to Julie. Julie, you awake with a start, surrounded by treasure. And Drelloff has 2 fangs of the dragon, which he presents to you as a gift, I assume?
Yes.
Okay.
Julie gives Drayloff a hug. Thanks him. He this is why he came. He's very excited.
Is there anything
He
that sticks out?
and I was gonna say anything other than coin and any weapons might be laying about this pile.
Well, there's the sword you took out of the dragon's skull. That stands out to you. It, as you get a better look at it, you can see it's an emerald-colored blade, and there are several precious gemstones embedded into the hilt and the pommel. As for the treasure itself in the hoard, there is 3,500 gold pieces,
Good God.
6,000 silver pieces, and 15,000 copper. There is also a black pearl that is worth 500 gold. There is a potion that contains, or it seems like it has, fog that moves and pours like water. Finally, there is a spell scroll of Hero's Feast. And because you do have a cleric in the party, you do have someone who can cast it.
what that is.
Hero's Feast is a 6th level spell. You bring forth a great feast, including magnificent food and drink. The feast takes 1 hour to consume and disappears at the end of that time, and the beneficial effects don't set in until this hour is over. Up to 12 creatures can partake in the feast. A creature that partakes of the feast gains several benefits. They are cured of all disease and poison, become immune to poison, and are immune to being frightened, and they make all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Their hit point maximum also increases by 2d10, and it gains the same number of hit points. These benefits last for 24 hours.
Oh,
Killy,
Mhm.
while this is all going on, while they're looking through the horde, I'm going to walk out to here real fast. Okay?
Mhm.
You said this has a commanding view of the area around it, right?
The top of the flat roof tower of the flat
Alright.
roof building
Then
does.
say I'm on there. You
Mhm.
said this has a commanding view of the rest of the area, correct?
Pretty much.
How far can I see?
You can
And
make out. I'm not going to reveal it because it will reveal tokens, but you can make out a series of ruined buildings in the southwestern corner, which are likely what the dragon before it turned was describing as the Werpack colony's location. You can make out a Willow's Tower off in the far distance. You can make out what appears to be a webbed corner of the forest somewhere over in this direction. You can make out several guard towers close to that location.
what about
And
to the east?
to the east, there is a tunnel from which you cannot see much more. From there,
Okay, so it's an actual tunnel?
yes.
I
Then
guess we don't have to deal with the bats now, do we?
I'm going to actually walk back downstairs and I'm going to say, I don't know the way out of this. I do not know the way out of this wooded area. But judging on her hypocrisy on the natural order of things, and the fact that she would enslave other creatures, regardless of their true nature, I think it best that we beat feet and get the hell out of here. And my first thought is across the bridge and hopefully out of this level of out of the dungeon. Now, tell me if you agree.
I'm always for moving ever forward towards our mission.
Yeah, I say we get the hell out.
In this particular case, it may be moving backwards because hopefully that's the way up and not down.
Julie will go with the flow. Whatever the group decides, he's just geeking out over all the treasure.
Should we take a breather before we go? For
Not on
Julie's
this
sake?
level.
Let me ask you a question, and I'm going to look directly at you. How wise an idea do you think that is?
Wise enough? I'm just saying, Julie's on death's door. A breather for him would probably be a good benefit.
I mean, I'll keep the first watch if you want to.
I'm not saying a long rest, I'm saying a short rest, but
I know. I'm expecting to be attacked here any minute.
well, good thing we have doors to barricade.
And
With
Julie
treasure?
hears you. Julie hears what you're saying and says, he stands up and, I'm not afraid. I'll continue on.
And
That's
with
my
a
man.
smart ass remark, I'm going to look back and say, yes, you weren't afraid to climb on the dragon's back either.
Just scooping up coins and letting them cascade through his hands. Julie's like, yes, I did. Look, everyone's here for a different reason. This is my reason. I haven't asked for anything this whole time. Now I'm some contestant on some crazy mage's whatever. That's fine. You guys are my friends. I back you up. But like I said, I'll come because there's possibility of treasure. Thank you very much.
All right.
I
Treverin,
don't recommend we stay here.
Treverin, what do you think? You're more closer to the Fae than any of the others. And I know that you're not a druid yourself, but would you say it would be best to expediently get out of here?
I will add for your benefit, Treverin, given your character's background and your character and your character's parentage, based on what you briefly saw with the Archdruidess, you would know that druids have a unique ability to quickly pass through trees they have seen themselves and touched. If this is truly Willow's Wood, she can get to multiple places within the woods within a very, very quick period of time.
That being said, I will kind of share that information out, and then I'll add that this druid obviously has power that exceeds things we've encountered so far. I do not think it would be wise to let her have home turf in dealing with her.
All right. Then 2 things before we walk out the door, Killy.
Okay, everybody gets 7 hit points. Everybody gets 12 hit points back. As 2 mass healing words go out.
Yep. Gather what you can. Let's get the hell out of here, and stay away from any trees we might see. I'm assuming there aren't any trees over the stone walkway.
Not that you see. It looks like it just continues into the cavern.
I will also probably say, judging by how we got here, portals are probably not a good idea for
Speaking
the
of
rest of this
which,
traveling.
I forgot to mention, in this room with the treasure, you see another portal.
It just magically appears as Feren's saying this, and I look over and just go,
Hey!
No, but it's in this corner of the room. You see the arch of the gate, and as you're discussing this, those of you who take the time to look can see that the keystone depicts the images of dancing dwarves.
Images
Sorry.
of dancing what?
Dwarves.
Dancing dwarves.
Oh, Lord.
God, I don't want to see Drelloff dance.
I'm just gonna ask
shake.
Treveran to tap it 3 more times.
All right, I'll go and smack it with the staff a few times.
Nothing happens.
Yeah.
I'll ask Strelov to do a jig.
I pull out my bagpipes and play them and do a jig in front of this fucking portal.
And I immediately cover my ears.
Do you do any
And eyes.
specifics? Tell me about your jig. What kind of jig
Oh,
do you
Jesus
do?
Christ.
Like fucking Celtic river dance or some shit like that.
I was gonna say
Okay.
La Macarena's.
To be fair, can you lift your knees that high? Celtic river dance. Those aren't the
So-
shortest people.
So you do the dance of your people, making something of a silly mockery that bothers the elf, but otherwise nothing happens.
Julie goes, "Come on, everyone!" He starts dancing like Drelloff is dancing.
And I'm going to actually walk out of here and start across the bridge.
Okay, Singe
It's like,
is
Come on,
gone.
Give me
Yes.
one more person to dance.
I'm walking
Let's get the
out
three-
too.
Let's get the 3 of us dancing. Maybe that'll work. It's always been 3 taps or 3 this. Come on.
Are you just gonna mimic Drelloff in his dance?
Yeah,
to
that's
the
fine.
best of my ability, yeah.
Okay. While the 3 of you are dancing, Drelloff, just make a perception check as you're kind of dancing around.
Oh, shit.
Actually, I take that back. You make a performance check as you're dancing around.
Oh, shit.
I like how it's so shit both ways.
Okay. You're dancing around, the 3 of you are dancing around, doing this Irish jig, nothing happens.
Bah.
Oh,
Sorry.
screw it. We're out.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, those 2 he said were both 0. One was 0 and one was -1. So
Okay. So, after making silly fools of yourself, you continue on into the cavern wall. The sun disappearing behind you.
The far away
And
from
not-
those trees, the better.
Yep. The tunnel continues on for a winding way.
Long ass tunnel.
The long and winding road.
Killy,
Eventually, you come to a quick fork in the road that continues back off to the west and further to the...
I have a question if we do make it out of here afterward.
If
That's what I said, if we do make it out of here.
yes.
Well, let's just see if we do first.
Okay. The tunnel begins to widen a bit as you continue on to the north. The curvature continuing.
I am keeping an eye out, like to see if I see anything that I would think would be like trappy.
Sure. So continuing on, you don't see any traps, but the tunnel winds down.
Oh,
So you'll be descending further down into Undermountain from here.
this is where we want to go.
Well,
Onward.
Not necessarily, but it's better than staying here.
Okay. As you descend down, trying to do as best as you can to distance yourselves from the Witherwood and get further and further down into Undermountain, we're going to take a quick break for everybody to level up.
Yay!
Woo!
You can head to your character mancers. If you have any questions for me, add any feats, do anything manual, please let me know.
Character
Tremor mag-
Mancer. Where you at?
Ah! That's not good.
What?
I rolled a 1 for my HP. Oh, I rolled a
Oh.
5. Never mind. I'm
I
good.
was going to say. Yeah, but you averaged.
Where's the Character Mancer at?
Hang on. If you
Hit the gear on the top right, and then it's all the way on the bottom right-hand side. You want to make sure you
Launch-
hit the Gearmancer Plus.
launch level
yeah,
plus character
yeah,
mancer.
that's the one I was.
Yep.
Oh.
That's not good.
Oh, it's not bad either.
You're right. It could be worse.
And that's not my final hit point either. Or that's not my final what you call it either. I believe.
I learned another spell.
You know, it would be helpful. Oh, there. Never mind. That was stupid of me.
So I can't select a feat yet?
You can. You just have to add
you
it
can.
yourself.
Yeah, you have to manually add it. So if you want to add a feat, tell me which feat you want to add, and I'll add it in.
The great weapon.
Great Weapon
And then
Master?
Yeah.
don't add any benefits to your stats when you level.
I'm not. It's all 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
Okay.
So just hit next now?
Yeah.
I'm hitting next. Apply changes.
You know, I was going to grab a feat, but I think I'll grab one later.
It's my thought.
Well, I didn't have any, so that's why I grabbed it.
Oh, hey, when you're leveling, you actually hit the question thingy now to actually show you what the spell does. Frickin'
Yep.
sweet.
Drill off, let me know when you've...
I'm done. I'm
Okay.
back to my page.
All right. I just
I'm
dragged
done.
and dropped the Great Weapon Master feat, so you have that in tow. Just keep that in mind whenever you decide to add that to your stuff.
Yeah, I'm reading it now. I think it's the one I was looking at.
Same thing Julie has.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because if I ever... Whew, it's going to be nasty. Especially with a rage.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a -5 on the roll. So if I roll like a 20, it'll be a 15.
Yep.
Okay. And how many hit points I got now? 115. Hell. While they're deciding, I'm going to get a...
Okay.
Kelly, I'm good.
Okay. Just waiting on the spellcasters.
Yeah.
That's going to take a second.
They
I
added a
figured.
bunch of spells to this list that I hadn't seen before, so I'm kind of looking through them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty freaking sweet. I hadn't seen Phantasmal Killer before, but I think I'm gonna take that.
Oh, that's fucking pro, dude.
And that fits right into what I am too. So I'm like, yes, please.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fucking good. Yep. Next.
Yeah, you gotta bear with me 1 second. I'm sorry. They
That's
added a
okay.
lot of shit here.
To take a look at it myself because I don't think I've looked at the character mancer since some of these editions.
Hmm.
I'm back.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait too because I think I can get my pack weapon to 8.
Hmm. That doesn't seem like a good idea.
What's that?
Life transference.
Ah, damn,
Don't
it's 9.
don't ooh. Taking a health from me to you.
Ooh. Spirit Link totem.
I'm almost there, killing.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
so am I.
Taking me a little bit longer because I was thinking I was going to take a feat and I changed my mind. So, adjust something.
I believe I can pick one more. Or am I wrong? No. Killy,
Yes.
this is actually still allowing me to pick spells, and I've picked 2. Am I wrong?
Did you, as part of hitting level 8, did you increase your wisdom score?
I did.
Then
you
that's
can
why you're
learn
able
more
to pick 2.
spells.
Okay. Oh, no. It is 2. I didn't see the gray out. We're good. All right.
Have you seen Phantasmal Killer yet, Killy?
Let me pull that up. Let's take a look.
Here, I'll just cast it for you. Here you go. That's what it does. Just a second. Let me put the
To put the description on.
yeah,
You tap into the nightmares of a creature you can see within range, create an illusory manifestation of its deepest fears visible to that creature. I believe Will had this in the last campaign. The target must make a wisdom save. On a failure, it becomes frightened. At the end of the target's turn, before the spell ends, it must succeed on the wisdom save or take 40-10 psychic.
I had Will had Phantasmal Force.
That's right.
Which
I
is
remember.
it's the same spell except this one does a lot more damage.
Right.
That's
now that I'm
crazy.
looking at it. This is only available to wizards and hexblade warlocks specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Let me just ask one thing real fast, because
Shoot.
it never gives you. I really wish they would put a thing up there on prepared spells. Now that I've upped my wisdom score, how many spells could I have prepared? Is it level plus the modifier?
Level plus modifier.
So 1, 2, 3, and I don't have to do any of the ones that are domain spells because
Right. The domains are always prepared.
right.
They
So
don't count against your total.
So if I'm 8 and the modifier is now 4, so that should be 12 altogether, right?
12 spells altogether.
1, 2, 3.
And you
4,
should have at 8th level
5,
8 domain spells.
7, 8, 9. Okay. I really wish they'd actually put domain spell on the character sheet.
Yeah.
But they don't do that. So 9. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Spirit Guardians and Spirit Guardians and Crusaders Mantle are what you call it. So we're going to add Banishment. That's 10. Divine Favor and Magic Weapon, Spiritual Weapon. How fucked up is that? I have more Waycombs than I have spells. No, I forgot one. So that would be 12. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. I have access to all my spells. Like, every spell is basically...
Yeah. If you want to, anytime you want a special thing about a cleric, anytime if you want to switch spells after a long rest, you can literally trade out your spells for whatever one you want.
Right. All right. I think that's... Yeah, that's good.
Okay. All right, so my melee guys are good to go.
Yep.
Treverin, are you still working on it?
Yep.
Okay. Singe, you're still working on it?
One moment.
I'm done.
You're done? Okay. And Kay, I think you or did you pick your thing and you're good to go?
I'm good. That's why that spell linked.
Okay, just making double check
Put my
where we are.
charisma to 20, and
Adam.
got myself a spell.
There you go.
But
And funny enough,
okay.
let's just say funny enough, with the level up, you guys also go back to full hit points. So there you go.
Yeah, it did that
Correct.
automatically, I think.
Yep.
I just hate that I only have 2 spell slots. All these choices, and I get to use 2 of them.
Welcome to Warlock.
We get full hit points, but we don't get back things like second
No.
wind or action surge or anything like that, right?
You shouldn't.
No,
Guys,
I didn't. I didn't.
I gotta go let the dog out. I will be right back.
Okay.
So
Technically, you're not. Technically, you're not supposed to go back to full hit points, but since the character manager does it anyway, I'm just letting it happen. I have let it happen the entire campaign. So
hey, it happened in every D&D game that I've ever played. I mean, on the computer.
fair.
I'll be right back. Please feel free to continue. Don't wait
Okay.
for me.
We're still waiting, so
Yep, sorry.
that's okay.
Because I'm not taking that feat, I'm changing something here.
Do you get access to your 4th level spells at level 8 now, or was that level 7?
That was level 7.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, level 9 I get 5th.
He's finding new ways to tell the dwarf in the
You're not wrong.
So I have a question for you, Kill.
Shoot.
So because a sorcerer and warlock spells aren't in a book and we don't have to memorize them, do we technically feel resurged for our spells as well?
You haven't taken a rest, so
But I'm asking because like it makes sense because a wizard has to read and memorize his books, whereas our spells come from a surge of power that we feel from inside of ourselves.
I guess I'm not following. What's your question?
So do we get our spell slots back? Because we're not.
After leveling up, no.
Ah, damn. Okay.
That out. We're adding that.
No, the entire idea was you guys didn't want to linger in the wood. You're trying to rush past so you can find a good place to settle down and rest.
No, but
You
I'm saying
betcha.
like because I know like realistically you're not supposed to level until you do a long rest.
Right.
And its rules is written. So I have as a wizard, in order to get your spells reset, you have to take an hour every day studying your spellbook to repair sped spells for arcane usage.
Right.
As a sorcerer and warlock, however, we don't have to do that. It's a surge of power. So feeling revitalized from said level up.
This is more of a you're entering into dangerous territory, and I want you to have the level ahead of time. Less so.
I know, I'm just being a smartass.
Yes, I know.
One last decision, Killian. I'll be done.
Okay.
I need to decide faster, man. I got shit to stab.
Well, all right.
move
Well,
on,
I'll just
man.
ask you: do you want me to have more offensive power, or do you want me to have more utility?
I would
Depends
say
on what the
probably more
utility
off.
is.
Yeah, I guess what kind of because you already have a good amount of utility built into CC to some of the stuff you've already picked up. What are your choices? Let me ask you that. What are you thinking?
I'm trying to decide between vitriolic sphere and polymorph.
Mmm.
See? Uh-huh.
I mean, unless you're going to polymorph yourself into King Kong and help us out every once in a while.
Well, doesn't polymorph-
I was going to use polymorph on the melee.
Let's say, doesn't polymorph change your HP as well? To that of said creature.
It works kind of like wild shape in that it gives you that bonus HP, and then once your HP drops to 0, any excess damage carries over to your normal HP. The trade-off with polymorph as compared to wild shape is you gain the stats of the creature. So if your intelligence outside would normally be like a 12 or a 14, your intelligence as like a T-Rex or something becomes like a 5.
Not big of it. Not that much change for Orc Man.
I say I'd do it just to give it to Julie. But it's that time that sphere is really good. Man, I don't know. I'd say probably not polymorph, probably the other one.
All right. Go with that. I can always change it next level.
Vitriolic Spear.
All right, so I got that. I have removed chromatic orb, replaced that with shield. All right.
Nice.
Yeah,
Probably
that's
a good
why.
choice.
That's why I was trying to. If the feat I was going to take was going to not need shield for, but I changed my mind. So.
Okay.
All right. I think I'm good.
Okay. So, running as fast as you can away from the Willowwood, fearing Willow's wrath and the full power of an archdruidess, you instead descend down, further down into Undermountain, saying goodbye to the blue sky and sun from above, entering back once again into the dark caverns. As you descend down, you can see several pathways leading before you.
Kelly, you let us restore our full hit points, but you did not say it was a full rest, right?
Right.
Okay.
So you're not getting your special ship back yet.
Well, not only that, I was just talking about my face step and everything else. So I just
No, you
making
don't get
sure.
that back yet either.
Okay. All right. Just making
You'll
sure.
have to find a spot for a long rest if you want to get away with it.
All right.
By the way,
Okay.
I should add,
I'm good then.
as you descend down,
Oh, you know what? I probably need to do. I probably need to go turn on the spell.
Passage looks like a fucking wang.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah, never mind. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry.
Bless you.
All right.
Spell description. Probably want that on for a little while. So that on.
There appears to be a larger chamber to the north.
To the north it is.
Trying to listen for any noises.
Okay.
Just
As
checking to make
you-
sure this is working, Kelly.
Okay, sure.
All right. And all right, that looks right. Okay. All right.
Okay. As you descend down into this level, all of you hear the voice of Hallister Blackcloak into your mind. Do you hear it? Distant thunder, the footfalls, and that music. Slow, insidious, venom wrapped in velvet. Go to it, my contestants. Go, and quickly, for night falls even here below the earth. And when midnight tolls, it tolls for thee.
I really can't wait till we defeat this man and get out of here.
I pay real money if you stop talking.
Leaving you with that cryptic message, you continue on. To your immediate north, you can see a large empty cavern with thick air. As you look inside, you can see. Well, first off, you can hear a dull crash of thunder echoing throughout the caverns in this chamber, and even more dimly is the sound of upbeat, jubilant music. Across this cavern, you can see what looks like several chitinous shells that have been discarded, littering the cavern floor.
Like how big?
Bigger, probably about twice as big as, well, you're a halfling, about 3 times as big as you.
So 9 foot? Holy smokes.
Do I recognize what
Large.
these shells might have been from?
Make a nature check. No.
You said crash of thunder?
It sounds kind of like it. It's a loud, heavy sound that's kind of echoing the chamber.
We're near a waterfall?
It's hard to say from here.
I am back, by the way.
Okay.
I guess standing where I'm at, can I see further down here? I have 120 feet. Sweet.
The caverns here are winding.
Nothing up here.
More chitinous shells.
Kelly, looking at the floor, does this look like this cavern still got lots of foot traffic, or is now we're entering
Make
areas that
a
have not been?
make a survival check. What's a footprint?
Yeah, that's what I figured. It's about how my rolls have gone all night. Okay,
Sorry.
that's all right. Not your fault.
I guess, which way do we go?
How dark is it down here?
Dark.
I light a torch.
Actually, I will
May I lead then, since I have this?
grab my warhammer and say, Vericon.
The warhammer lights up with a brilliant white radiant light shining in the path ahead of you.
And it's still eerily quiet.
You
Other
can
than,
you can hear what sounds like some heavy, it almost sounds like thunder,
but
and
is
you
it
can
getting
hear
louder, or is it still sound like it's
as
off
you.
in the distance?
It sounds like it's off in the distance, but it gets louder as you continue on to the east. It's that thunderous
Okay.
noise as well as some slow music.
We have everybody. We're not leaving anyone behind, are we?
You're kind of exploring the caverns together.
Okay, you can lead the way as far as I'm concerned. I'm here, just walking around.
Well, then I will peer down this way.
Okay.
All the squishies down.
Yeah. It empties out to the south towards some large chamber.
I'll scream back at the two. I don't know where they are. I think I might have found a chamber.
You scream?
I scream.
Mm.
May have found a chamber!
May have found a chamber!
And
Oh dear
I'll
God.
peer inside.
Okay.
Dr.
There's
Pepper!
actually several wide areas. The caverns seem to kind of break out here. The first thing that catches your eye, however, is two. Let me do some here.
This is like some crazy digestive system.
From a large jutting of jagged rock over in this direction, you can see what looks like a throne that has been carved. There are blue quartz crystals that glitter from its sides. It is huge. Sitting on the throne, you also see is a tablet that has a mosaic of some kind. The mosaic depicts a mountain that has been split in twain underneath a blue sky.
Sure. What's that mean? Nothing. I don't know shit about mountains being split in twain.
I don't know.
Whatever sits in that chair's got to be large.
Anything special about the? I don't even know where the throne is, but is there anything special about it? Like, is it got any carvings on it?
The throne itself has several quartz gems in it that might be worth value. A couple of other things. There is a giant X that has been carved on the floor leading to the north. Finally, down in this direction, it's faint, but you can hear especially as you get closer to that direction, you can hear the faint sound of what sounds like humming and somebody chiseling something.
Kelly,
Said the throne's right about here, right?
Further south, down near.
All right.
Do you guys think that that's a giant playing music?
Kill.
Mhm.
The chitinous shells.
Mhm.
You said they're on the floor, right?
In that chamber that you saw the first time around, yes.
Not in here.
Not in here.
What are we walking
Julie.
on?
Rock. Julie. In case you missed it, there's a gigantic X which you're now standing on, and to your immediate north, you just see an empty cavern that continues on further north.
I'm just kind of watching these back passages to make sure we don't get rushed from behind, while the rest of the party explores these rooms.
Which way did you say the music was coming from?
The music can't hear anymore as you've gotten this far into the chamber. What you hear now is what sounds like humming and chiseling coming from the east, though it's faint.
Let's investigate that.
What's north of me?
Hang on. More winding caverns.
I'm actually gonna walk north here a little bit. I want to see this giant. It looks like that's a cliffside, yeah.
Yep.
I want to see why there's a giant hole in a cavern.
As you walk past the X to the ground, you get to about here, and then you begin to get slower and slower, and you look down and realize, oh, quicksand,
Okay.
and you begin to sink. You are restrained and are sinking.
Oh shit. Oh, where did the are these guys right here? Are they not? Are they sinking?
Nope. Kay walks up to about there, and he begins to sink.
All right. I'll throw my rope from my backpack out to him.
Okay. Kay, make a acrobatics check to try to grab the rope. It goes into the quicksand past you.
All right.
Can I grab the rope that just went past me if it's
Pull
over
it
my
back
head?
in.
You're restrained,
back
so you
in,
can't
and
move.
then-
You sink down about another 2 feet.
Well, wait. Then how did I try to grab it?
Your hands were free.
That's what I'm saying. So as the rope flies over me, can I not grab the? Don't grab the lasso. Grab the rope that just flew over my head.
It sunk down into the sand, so you're gonna have to dig down into the sand to try to grab it.
Oh, I got you now. Okay.
I'll pull it back to me and try and throw it again.
Make an athletics check to try to pull it out of the quicksand.
Pull rope out of the quick. Okay.
It's quicksand.
Have you ever been near quicksand before?
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be something.
I mean, if you
light
rolled
as
the
rope.
the DC is 5. It's mostly you pull the rope out of the quicksand.
All right. Throw it again to him.
This time you catch it. You're still sinking though.
Pull me!
Make an athletics check to try to pull him out.
All right.
Barely good enough. You managed to pull him out.
Oh my god. Okay. Thank you. Please don't go that way. Did I at least see what's on the other side of this?
No.
Or was that a wasted trip? Ah, shit. Okay, well. Find out another time, I guess.
Drawing that for a reminder.
Yep.
Okay.
How big
Drelloff,
are these
as you
passages? Do they look
curve
like?
back around to a smaller passage, you can see a cliff drop off, and it's a little hard to make out the details from where you are, even with your dark vision. But there is a cliff drop off that goes into something up there.
Alright, I'm gonna tell Drelloff to walk forward.
No. You walk forward. I'll tie a rope around your waist and pull your ass out if you go.
I'll accept it,
All right.
and I will stroll forward to the edge of the cliffside.
Okay. Opening before you, you see a large natural cavern.
What the fuck is that?
What do you think it
Holy
is?
Shit.
I honestly don't know. I've never seen that picture before.
Stone giant?
Ding, ding, ding. Give me a minute, because it's going to take some time to reveal. So, moving forward, you see a central cavern in the midst of these twisting caverns. Ledges are hugging the walls, giving way to this bowl-shaped canyon. You can hear, once again, the heavy steps that this giant is making as he stumbles around the central cavern. He looks like he's searching around. You also see, in the middle of the cavern here, is almost what looks like a miniature castle.
Like how miniature compared to the giant?
Pretty, from where you're looking at it, it's much smaller than probably even yourselves.
Oh,
It'd be like walking into a clown house or something from where you are.
I'm gonna walk back and tell the party what the hell's going on over there. Do you guys think it might be worth investigating?
did the giant see you?
Everybody-
No. At least I don't think so.
Huh. Um. Well, do we feel like I haven't dealt with giants before? Can we negotiate with it?
I don't know either. I've never dealt with a giant before as well. The only thing I'd suggest is taking a breather so that I can get a surge of energy back before we do any type of fighting.
Yeah, I think you're right. We got out of that place pretty quick. We were looking just for a place where we can protect ourselves for a rest. So, any of the places that we came through before here did it look like it was good enough for defensing for a rest?
Well, there is an alcove over here to the right that we could use.
Yeah, but there's a giant right there.
Yeah, but that's over like 110 feet away, I think. 100 feet.
Yeah, but if he looks up, he'll be able to see you.
I can see through 100 feet of darkness? Holy shit.
Not the only one with superior dark vision.
Oh, never
take
mind
that-
then.
Well, okay, let's take that. Let's draw that back. He does not have superior dark vision, but I mean, he's moving around as he's searching the ground. So if he
Oh, gotcha.
wanders too close, he'll see you.
Oh, scratch that idea.
Yeah, let's back up to near where we came down to the level, and maybe you can get your surge of energy there.
I don't know if Chitness pit would be smart, but it's the only corner piece I can think of.
Well, we could always make
We
like
can
little
always.
places to sleep out of like a tent out of the shells.
That's what I was about to say. We can go hide in the shells.
I'm fine with hiding in shells. They're big enough to make walls out of my house for me.
Drolov, make a stealth check.
Oh shit.
That's what you get for fucking wandering off all the time.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Good enough. You can
Yeah.
just
Back
make
the
out.
fuck up now.
You can just make out another giant on the other end there, who's chiseling away and humming playfully to himself. What you doing?
AFK a minute, guys. I gotta deal with work.
Okay. Not going that way.
I mean, I just need a quick, short breather. I'll be good to go, but
Julie just kind of shrugs. He's never seen creatures like this before.
I'm curious what's in that castle, and second of all, why the hell is it in the middle of a pit? And why is it a clown castle?
the question. That's possibly where the portal would have taken us if we could have activated it.
Yeah.
I guess. Do
Why
I
do
know
that?
any stories of this thing at all, Killy? Before we came down here?
It's going to be high DC, but make a history check.
No.
No, I'm afraid not. I will say, even with a 10, you're familiar with different spells that can magically construct all sorts of different arcane buildings. You would suspect maybe this is one of those things. So maybe this is a mage's castle of some kind? Hard to say.
Okay.
Hey, Gilly.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming I'm just being not stealthy but quiet enough, can I walk back over here and can I see anything up these passageways?
They wind around a bit.
Judging by the size of the passageways, I assume they're all stone?
Yes. This is hard cavern rock.
Do I think... Obviously, I see that the stone giants are chiseling shit, or it's been relayed to me. Do I think that them trying to chisel through one of these stone walls would be an easy thing, or it would take some time?
To make sizable passages for the giants themselves to walk through, that would probably take a great deal of effort. Even with a giant's strength and with tools. As far as the passages immediately above you, these are far too small for a giant to pass through.
Correct, but I was thinking along the lines of follow my logic, and I'm going to basically propose this to the guys. For example, right? If I was here and I thought that I would assume that the giants wouldn't have any reason to come back and check these little passages, correct? I would imagine. Maybe they would. I don't know. But even if they found us, it would take some time to get to us.
Yeah, they wouldn't. It'd be like mice hiding from
A
from
large
you.
cat.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to suggest quietly that if we want to rest, I think we should head back to the west and maybe go up one of said uh small passages.
Let's give it a shot.
Around back.
And I'll slink over this way.
Right.
Assuming nothing else is in these passages that I think will eat us.
Not that you see.
Okay. Holding my torch high, I'm going to look up and down. Anything on the ceiling?
There are no vampires on the ceiling.
I will make a perception check.
All right, make a perception check. With a 20, you realize there are no vampires on the fucking ceiling.
Hey, listen.
Eventually, there will be a vampire on the ceiling.
You never know when that asshole's going to come back to haunt us in another game or this game.
I missed something somewhere.
You did.
Yes, you did. It's on Kent's channel. We can reference it some other point.
Yep.
Okay.
Watch the videos before I join the group.
Yeah.
It'll tell you all you need to know.
Also, I have to upload the last several videos, by the way. I apologize about that, but I've just been very busy.
That's okay.
Alright, so let's kind of take a look around these specific tunnels. Anything like the quicksand that what's his name hopped in earlier?
Fortunately, it doesn't appear. It doesn't appear that there's any other quicksand pitfalls in front of you.
Anything over to the left of this? Oh, sorry.
Yes, the tunnel seems to wind further to the west.
How about we keep going this way, guys? Rather than
Right behind you.
sleeping in this corridor itself. I'm holding my torch up. I'm going to keep going.
Okay.
I'm going to see.
Do we want to?
I'll just take the front. I have dark vision.
Is it
Wandering around
120 feet?
You wander into what appears to be a somewhat large empty cavern.
Anything on the ceiling?
Nothing on the ceiling. Nice
Any,
try. Nothing on the ceiling. In fact, if anything, there doesn't really seem to be a whole lot of foot traffic here.
is
Maybe
that
take a
because
rest.
the foot traffic has sunk into quicksand?
Based on your earlier perception check, no.
Alright. I suggest we hold up here.
Well, me and Julie can stand guard. I'm full health.
Yeah.
I just need a meditation hour. That's all I need, and I'm good to go.
I need more than a meditation hour.
In the interest of time, are you guys gonna hole up here and take a long rest?
Sure,
I
if they
was
need
going
it.
to
I just
say-
need a
It
quick breather.
sounds like the plan.
Okay. I think what we'll go ahead and do, we'll go ahead and say you guys gain the benefits of a long rest without being interrupted. There's
Okay.
not a whole lot of footfall here, so you're not bothered. Those of you who keep watch will note on occasion a giant passing through north, but they seem to they can't get in here, so you're otherwise ignored. So go ahead and give yourselves the benefits of a long rest, and I think this is probably going to be a good place to stop it tonight.
Can we assume that the curse that was afflicting Vigo is run its course?
Nope, because it's 24 hours, and the long rest is only 8 hours.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
I
you're
thought
about-
it had been 24 hours. Okay.
Not quite. You're about you have about 10 more hours of that to go. Post long rest.
So we didn't
Kelly,
stay in the other area very long.
Yep.
Yeah, just
Kelly,
long enough to
the circlet says I can cast that spell once every day. Does that mean at daybreak, or does that mean 24 hours from the time I cast it?
I mean, it's 24 hours from the time you cast it, so you don't have that back yet either.
Okay.
And we don't have anyone who can identify items. Is that right?
Correct.
And is there any chance that daybreak did happen during this 8 hours?
That's
No.
a good question.
Okay. All right.
By the time you guys actually wandered off into, not that you would know this because you're underground,
Right.
but it would have, despite the sun being as if it showed as if it were midday, by the time you guys actually entered into the Willowwood, it would have been daybreak. So, but after this 8-hour rest, it's going to be like mid-afternoon.
Okay. All right. I just want to know if I was going to get my wand of secrets back yet.
Actually, there is a way to know that, but
Maybe
you have to
there's
take a
the
feat
feat,
for it. Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
All right. Very good. Everyone, thank you very much.
I will add before everybody leaves, Julie, you still have that magic sword on hand. Are you going to try to